boost it. Why is there a light on the to be continued page?
I'm not sure. The amount of times I've gone to the to be continued page and there's just been some random shit.
Weird.
Remember one time I joined and Otto and Rampy was chilling in the bottom right corner.
Yeah, so it always seems like there's random stuff there.
Getting left behind.
Alright, I think I just heard Mary join.
I'm here. Sorry.
Hey, Mary.
Welcome.
Oh, that's everyone we're getting today.
Hello.
Alright, I'm gonna start the stream going. Everyone make sure you're on Roll20 and displaying as your character. And let's see. Anvir, you'd actually be up for scribing this week. Are you okay doing it?
Yeah.
Okay. Unfortunately, I think Eldwin was the previous scribe,
There he was.
making it a little harder for him to do a recap. He did post something. Does anyone want to volunteer to read it as a recap? I guess I could. Alright. So when in Roll20, looks like it. So Val, just switch over to your character when you have a chance.
I was already on him. My bad.
Oh, no worries. It is a little confusing because there's two of you. One is your account, one is your character. Unfortunately, you can't change the names of them.
I'd recommend maybe you try and do the account one to be like what I've got, where I've got my real name in brackets, so you can tell the two apart.
Yeah. Well, however you want
Well,
to do
usually the account appears at the top of your drop down list, and so just
also-
pick the one.
Yeah,
Pick
yeah.
the one that's further down.
it. Yeah.
It's weird.
The second file is usually, or the second name is usually your character sheet.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, everything that you have control of is
I
listed
thought it was,
alphabetically after your account name, but your account name is always the first one.
So, yeah, underneath the player characters you're talking about? Or am I in the wrong section for that?
No, down
Alright.
at the bottom of if you're in the chat tab of Roll20, down
Okay.
below where the chats show up, below the window where you type.
Oh, okay. I see.
Just-
I see
there's
what
a
you mean
little
by the
as.
two vowels there. I did not realize.
So, technically, anyone else, any token that you have control of, you can switch it and you can comment as them or roll as them. It just means you.
That makes a lot
Yeah.
more sense.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
just changes your profile picture for the stream to be your character instead of whatever you
Yeah.
have said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of the account
I
one.
can be Thovin.
Okay, so just do the second one every time. I can do that. I've got
Yeah.
it.
It can be Rompty. Now I'm Rompty.
Alright. Alright. So, I'll just read what Eldwin put. Begins 21st of spring. The group resumed combat with the Slods. The battle raged on with several party members going down. Eventually, the party was victorious, and Zokek appeared to secure the portal to the Chaos Realm in that room. The party, exhausted, decided to rest and sort out some of the magical items they had between them. Near the end of the rest, Dosha appeared and informed the party that a group of gnolls had entered the area looking for the demonologists that had failed to appear since the previous night. Through Romti's eyes, the party watched the gnolls until they seemingly left. The party met with Zolkek to see how the gnolls reacted to talking to him. Zolkek informed the party that the gnolls seemed to believe his story, that Zolkek didn't know what happened to the other demonologists. The party then snuck back to their temporary base outside the Gnoll camp, where Garo informed them of a disturbance in the northern side of the Gnoll camp, where Gnoll scouts had been disappearing. And that's where we left off. So we'll continue with the group hiding out in the ruins near the Gnoll encampment. I guess at this point, you know that Zolkek is sort of working for you secretly. And yeah, you have Dosha and Garrick, or
Arrow?
Garo exploring the Knoll camp, kind of spying for you. So I think at this point the group was sort of waiting for an opportunity to attack one of the other leaders since they killed one of them already and tried to kind of make it look like it was an attack by the other guy, right?
Yeah.
That was
Well,
the plan.
I think, didn't we already plant a body somewhere or something?
Yeah, I believe Garo did. So you're hoping that it sows some dissent among the tribes.
At least some confusion, yeah. At the very least. Hopefully more.
So also, yeah, there's some new possible enemy of the Knolls that may have been attacking them from the north, but you don't know much about that yet. And do you have any other resources I'm not thinking about? Like, I don't think you had any soldiers or armies nearby, did you?
Except for the other clans, but we haven't really, like, rallied
They're like,
and started
yeah.
getting them together yet.
Yeah, we
That's
haven't
right,
brought
you have
them
the
yet,
two
'cause we
clans.
thought, yeah.
Okay. So I guess at this point...
They're like on standby.
Yeah, the Sharp Rock and the Long Spear. So I guess at this point, it's kind of up to the group what you want to do. I assume you're sort of waiting for opportunities to attack the leadership. But right now, Dosha and Garo are spying. So if you want, you can try to work on some downtime stuff or do something with the clans or pretty much whatever the
What
group
time of
wants.
day is it? What time of day is it?
Currently, it's probably about lunchtime. Well, I mean, you don't know exactly what time it is unless someone... Well, when you have survival, right? I don't think any of you have sunstones in this area. Give me a survival check.
Okay.
Well, are you asking as your character or just as the player?
Well, we determined that we're in need of a long rest, so I was trying to figure out how close we are to being able to do that.
Oh, okay.
A while, probably.
Yeah, so you don't feel super tired. It's probably sometime in the afternoon right now, you would guess.
How far away are we from the ship?
Not too far. The ship's in the caves nearby. The digging machine.
Well, let's go rest then.
So you just, I mean, you can use downtime here if you want. Just, because you still
mean,
have the whole day.
If we're not going to move until we hear back from our scouts, then, yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think?
But is someone still around? Because I believe we had only just been told about the thing to the north.
Oh yeah, Dosha and Garo are here.
Yeah,
they're
I was just
in
double
the
checking.
they're in the ruins with you.
Do you know how many of the Knolls have gone missing so far?
Garo says, from what I had gathered, it was a significant number. Several large groups of scouts. But I don't know much. It's just rumors that the soldiers were talking about.
It could be something worth looking into, as if it's something intelligent enough, we could persuade them to help us.
He says, perhaps, though we have no idea what they are. Or what it is. We'd probably have to find it.
Probably best to leave it alone until we know what it is. But if we find out what it is and it's smart, we should probably find out where it is.
Does it seem to be attacking during the day or the night?
He says, I don't think it is directly attacking them. Or at least not directly attacking the camp up there. It's just so far large groups of Knoll scouts have gone missing.
Well, if they seem to be going missing during daylight hours, it might be beneficial to rest now and maybe even do a little research on our own in the evening when it's not hunting. Or whatever is killing them is not attacking.
He says, well, I can continue to look into rumors, but yeah, that's all I know for now.
Is there anything we wanted to try and do?
Mostly would like to just rest and get the recovery I need from my wounds.
Yeah.
Alright,
Okay.
so you have the rest of the day. You can put it towards a downtime project if you want. Or you could just basically do, whatever you want. Cause
We can probably just insert the canon that we did for the roleplay whenever you were.
Yeah. We had like a whole long rest of role
Yeah.
playing and chatting and antagonizing and playing.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Alright, so you want me to just pass some time until something happens?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, so time will be passing. Again, is anyone working on a project in particular?
Besides roleplay means, no.
There is a library in this place, in this old ruin. So that could be a possibility if anyone's interested in research. Let me see. I think there was... No, I think that was it. It was just a library.
I
Alright.
already hit that library a few times.
Hmm?
I was just saying, I know we've hit the library a couple times.
Yeah.
If we are,
And technically, there's still a ghost somewhere that we don't know where they went.
they went in Eldwin.
Oh,
I mean that's
we don't
that's
know
a theory.
that.
That's a theory. Do we think we'll have a full? We would have like a full day's worth of work on downtime here, or is it just a part of a day?
It would be 8 hours, so you could put a full day towards something.
I'll complete the magical gem upgrade to Hassan so he can do fire damage.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were working on that.
I
Alright,
was
so you...
1 day away from that, so that's
Nice.
done.
Alright, so you spend the day working on that. No one else is doing anything, so time is
Actually,
passing.
while he's doing that, you guys said something about a ghost. Val's gonna just kind of, after overhearing that, kind of walk around, just kind of following his blind sense, just blindly walking around, just seeing if he picks up anything.
Alright, are you gonna
It
go
was,
outside the safe area, or just within the base itself?
No, within the base itself, within the
Okay.
area, within safety, not. So
Okay.
I just stay close since I'm all messed up.
Alright, yeah, no worries. So you're walking around looking for this ghost. Give me a perception check.
Perception. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Perception.
Do you have any survival, like the ability to track or anything like that?
No, not really. He's
Okay.
not much for tracking right now. Not yet.
Alright, so you're spending the day looking around. Time is passing. I'll say that the day pretty much passes without issue. So you would finish installing the new ability to Hassan. You wouldn't find any ghosts here, Val. The place seems pretty much abandoned, at least inside the safe areas that have been designated. And go ahead and minus a day's worth of food from everyone.
Sounds like Hassan might have a surprise for Val the next time Val chases the bunny.
That's right.
Wow, Hassan's a pretty big bunny to be chased.
There was a
It was a whole thing.
Oh, alright. So, yeah, you're starting to get tired as it gets into evening. The evening is passing. So you spend a day's worth of food each. And it is now the 22nd of spring. So go ahead and take a full rest. 7 a.m. Half your hit dice and all the appropriate abilities would return to you. Things have been quiet. Garo and Dosha are going to go out and do some spying to see what's going on in the encampment. But what about the rest of you? If you want, you can work on something, or I can keep passing time till something relevant happens.
Otto, do you want to travel with me to the ship?
Okay.
You guys keep speaking of this ship. May I come along with you and see this?
Oh, of course. Yes, you should see this. It is quite impressive.
And may I join you as well? I don't know what the ship is. Zonje is kind of fascinating.
Sure.
Alright.
Might as well just all head to the ship.
So the group heads into the caves to the ship. Did you have someone staying with the ship? It was Uvlal, right?
Uvlal, yeah.
Yeah,
That's right. Alright, so, yeah, Uvlal is there. He greets you all. He says, I was starting to get lonely. It's good to see you all again. I haven't been back to the base in a few days. I hope everything is going well.
Have you? It's going as well as can be. But I'm very curious to hear what you found out about this thing since we've been gone. Anything new?
He says a few things, mostly just ways that the controls work. I've figured out a few more of the sensors and things that I could pick up. Some other questions too. It seems like there is a whole. Do you remember how the sensors functioned off an illusion that was created with various symbols and red and green areas? He says, I figured out some more symbols, not all of which I fully understand. So it's an ongoing effort.
Oh.
He says, do we have some new people in the group?
Oh, yes. Let me introduce you. Uvlal, this is Val and Barrett. Sorry.
You can call me Bubbles. My name is Barrett S. Sheehan, Watchwell Fitzgerald, Otterwin, Stewart at your service.
He says, well, that's quite a name. It's good to meet you, friend.
You may just call me Val.
Well, good. That's much easier. So, Val and you said
can call me Bubbles.
Bubbles and Val. Well met. Welcome to the ship. A strange device that seems like it can travel through stone. We've used it a little bit, but not too much. Much like a mole or some sort of digging creature, but I believe it uses magic. Makes traveling underground much more convenient. Or traveling through the caves, since he wouldn't know what underground is.
Oh.
He sort of shows you around in the interior of the ship, where you find some sort of metal, almost like a tube with seating and a control room and all sorts of interesting things that none of you probably would have experienced before.
What?
Yeah, it's weird.
Val just kind of quietly looks around, just walking, not really sure what to think of it.
Person, what's that button do? The one that obviously looks like a do not press.
As well, there's a lot of buttons. I'm still not sure what all of them do, so I've been very cautious about pressing them. That particular one, I'm not sure what it does yet. I haven't gotten around to experimenting with it.
As I mentioned before, before some of you were here, we were getting close to 400 pounds in the bag of holding. So Onyx is unpacking some things out of the bag of holding and putting in the ship.
All right.
Same thing with.
He says, "Yeah, there's a good amount of room in the back, so feel free to leave anything you want here."
It's where all Otto's food is anyway, and my tools,
Right.
because he hasn't been carrying them.
And now
Oh.
you have someone who can carry them for you.
Ublo, this is what you've learned is very good. I cannot wait when I have more free time to sit here with you and study all of this. Seems fascinating.
He says, "Yes, I have a lot to show you. My experimenting has for sure been productive." So he says, "Do you think we're going to need to use the ship in the next few days, or are we going to be staying here?"
Oh, that I don't know.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt to start getting some of the troops over here.
He says, "Are we bringing troops in?"
Well, you know, the
Wait.
other clans.
Part of the reason we were trying to make the caves everything safe, I think, was to be able to bring some of the clans and stage them nearer to the fort, I think.
Yeah, we were hoping to kind of muster in this area.
He says, "Oh, all right. Do you want to start, or do you want me to start going back to the tribes and moving them, or are we still waiting on that?"
Based on what we've cleared and what we know, do we think that it's safe?
It could be worth getting them started, because I think we've discussed before that only, like, the carrying capacity of the ship is something like 10-ish people.
Yeah.
So it'd take a few trips.
Says, "Yeah, I'm guessing it would take a couple of days to bring all the tribe, or our two tribe allies, or yeah, the two tribes over here."
Well, and
it
what
would-
we could
it-
do...
He
Sorry,
says, "It might be suspicious if two whole tribes suddenly disappeared, but I don't really know how the Knoll cultists would figure out what happened, as long as we kept them hidden within these ruins."
If we started a rumor that Knolls were disappearing, since that seems to be happening in our camp.
Knolls are disappearing?
Oh yes, we just learned that, and we probably should investigate it.
Ublal kind of taps his chin and says, "And where is this happening?"
It might very well be in this area. We were told it was north of the camp, and we are north of the camp right now, right?
Garrow said it was in the northwestern entrance, which is sort of where you all first came in. He said it was kind of in this area up here.
Okay.
And this area over here. So kind of where their scouts are searching the opening or the entrances to their main entrances to the caves. So near their biggest camps. And he would say, that is kind of close to our allies. Maybe we should move them in case there's some kind of attack.
We could also spread some rumors of, I believe, this is obvious saying this, I believe I've heard of strange giant worms that could leave giant holes in the villages, like our machine could.
He says, well, it could be effective for sure. I'm guessing that the Knolls don't have many ways of verifying such things to figure out what exactly is going on. It might be a good way to explain the disappearance of a whole tribe. I assume you refer to a purple worm.
Yes, that's what they referred to.
This is a rare
He doesn't
creature,
have-
but for sure, creatures like that have been responsible for whole colonies going missing.
And with our giant machine that leaves burrowing holes, effectively, it would be very convincing.
Nods. He says, we're a bit smaller than something like that, but maybe could be explained as a younger one. He shrugs. He says, well, just let me know what you think. We have a few options with the ship, of course. I don't know how much energy we have left, though that crystal seems to be powering the ship quite nicely. I don't see any signs that we'll lose power anytime soon.
That's good.
Alright, so what do you all want to do?
So the disappearances are happening a little further away from where we currently are than I realized.
Yeah.
So I don't know that we want to go all the way over there.
It would be more of an investment, yeah. What about moving your allies here?
I think it would be worthwhile to get started, especially if we can move so few at a time. Maybe we could ask our allies to kind of assemble some smaller bands of kind of their elite forces that might be able to get here sooner and possibly assist us with other plans that we may come up with in the future. And then it's possible that the larger forces might have to march the whole way, depending on how we proceed. But having kind of some people staged and ready to help could give us options. Move them first.
All right. He's
Just a thought.
That sounds like a good idea to me.
So, like, have each tribe pick, 10 or 20 of their kind of forward force that have special skills and stuff and that are willing to ride on the strange machine to kind of start bringing them over first.
Ublo would nod. He says, it might be best if you send Garrow with me for his tribe, just because they haven't met me yet. But the other tribe has, so I can start doing them.
I don't believe Garrow belongs to either of these two tribes. He belongs to the, not the Blue Shield, the Blood Claws?
That was Dosha. Garrow is the spy.
Yeah.
Garrow.
Garrow
But
was...
wasn't
He was originally a long spear.
Oh, he's a
We didn't.
Longspear.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we didn't find him at the Longspear camp, or I think we encountered him somewhere else. But
Oh,
yeah,
I
I think
He was.
Yeah.
He had been
He helped
captured.
us.
Yeah, he was in the
he helped us
prison.
negotiate with one of the tribes that we're allied with now. I think.
Yeah. No, I must have misunderstood, because I remember that the leader of the Blood Claws was the one who told us about the spy, so I think I just assumed he was part of the Blood Claws.
No, well, he sort of was, like, he was in here, but he had joined up with the long spear as his cover.
Okay.
So he was sort of sowing dissension from within the long spear.
Okay.
So he's kind of maybe part of both. Yeah.
Okay, that's where my confusion was, because,
Yeah.
all good.
As I have no idea what's going on, I will leave the finding to you.
All right. He says, "Well, for today, I'll go and speak with the Sharp Rock. Hopefully, their chieftain will be in agreement that we should move them. And if so, I'll start bringing them back here."
No problems.
He nods and says, "All right, everyone off. I'm going to get going." So, leaving the ship, or go ahead. Leaving the ship, it would begin to move towards one of the cave walls, which would just seem to dissolve around it, almost like there was some sort of stone-shaped spell being cast. And
Maybe
it
he
would
can
disappear.
mostly try to follow the path we came instead of making too many new tunnels.
think the thing about the ship was, majority of the time, the tunnels end up collapsing behind it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There are some more dangerous areas that he couldn't go in, which is kind of represented by the green, yellow, and red areas on his heads-up display. But yeah, most of the tunnels don't stick around after he makes them. They kind of
Gotcha,
just
okay.
naturally collapse afterwards. Alright, so I assume the group is going to go back to the base. And yeah, at this point... Or go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying. Yep, that's
Okay.
that's the plan.
And at this point, like I said, it might take some time for things to happen. So you do have some time in between as the soldiers are getting moved and Garo and Dosha are sort of sowing dissent and looking more into who this new enemy is. So does the group... Or go ahead.
I think this is probably when our RP session from the other night would have happened
Okay.
Yeah.
during this.
That's fine. So another day passes, and the RP session I was not present for would sort of happen during this time.
I wasn't that present for it either. I left pretty early.
Are there any highlights from that you want to talk about?
That's battle.
I wasn't part of the dance battle either. I just want to state that. For the
No,
record.
but threw people away and it was fun.
We talked about everybody's backstory a little bit. Learned a lot more about Eldwin and Odo and Onyx even, and yeah, so even everybody a little bit, but even.
Well, do we want to do a quick little highlights thing of that?
No.
Someone
because
posted
on
a-
the,
I did post
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
canon.
well, what I
on
was
the
thinking is
phone.
if we do just a quick blurred out recap of it, Onvia more than likely would have joined, and then I can give my little spiel of backstory as well.
Well, you can
I
just...
will say.
Or go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I will say, while that was going on, probably while the dance battle was going on that Onyx was not participating in, I would open the 2 lockboxes that I found.
Which lockboxes were those?
There were two small boxes that I found that I immediately put in the bag of holding instead of opening it where we were. Where did we find those? Anyone remember?
Yeah. I know where you're talking about. Those were in the storage room, I believe.
Yeah, they were in that room. That had
Okay.
a fake wall.
Yeah, and had no. That wasn't it was in the next room down with me where it had the claws on the wall.
Yeah,
it was in the
that
boxes that in the chest that had the easier lock on it and weren't trapped.
All right.
The other one I broke.
So the first lockbox, I'm not gonna make you roll because I think you get naturally you go over 10, right?
Yeah.
So
It's
it's
15 or something.
yeah. So you were able to get the first one open. There is a small statuette inside. Do you have religion?
I do not.
Okay. So yeah, it looks like a small statuette, possibly some kind of elf.
Okay.
Do you have history?
No, I'm not trained in any knowledge.
So
Be able to see these things.
I assume.
Do I think it's worth money?
Yes. You would guess this is probably some kind of ancient relic that was hidden away.
But it looks like something that Anvir would like. So I'll put that aside and open the other one.
Okay. Let me just make a note that you open this.
Yeah, I'm putting it in the inventory.
So the second one is a gold chalice. Again, this might be some sort of religious or historical artifact. You would guess this one probably is worth money too.
Yeah. Yep.
This one is golden, so it's much more obviously worth something. Although knowing exactly what it's worth would be more of a religion or history check. In the background, you hear dancing happening.
If I can make a check untrained, I will. But otherwise, I'll just.
You'd probably need someone with knowledge to get you pricing for these.
I'm kind of like fiddling with the figurine and thinking about what Val said to me earlier in the evening about being part of a group and not being selfish.
Mm-hmm.
As I'm dancing over up to the side.
And one
I'm gonna attempt a sleight of hand check to put these into one of them, the figurine in Anvir's pack and the
I just want to
and the
make this
chalice in Val's pack.
anytime, unless you were very stealthy getting those boxes out, Onvir is watching you like a hawk. He knows what you're like.
I'll use an inspiration point
Okay.
on the sleight of hand.
Also, you do know Otto has a passive perception of like 30 something now that I've given her the Sentinel.
Oh,
And
yeah,
you do
I haven't
know that I
updated my
rolled a
macro.
30.
Alright, well,
Ooh,
You're right. You're right. It's like
Jesus.
31 now.
so,
Otto
yeah,
still sees it.
you, because you do
Yeah.
have those thievery gloves, right?
Yep.
Yeah, my
Uh,
passive is actually over 30 now
is it?
because of the shield.
Yeah,
On-
the Sentinel Shield.
Oh, did you give her the
Alright,
Sentinel
fine.
Shield? Alright, so
Yeah.
Otto, you see something is slipped into, you said Anvir's pack?
I put the figurine in Anvir's and I put the chalice in Val's.
Roll for the chalice. And what is your passive perception, Otto?
So when I get advantage, how much does that add? 5?
Yes.
Then my passive perception is now
But
31.
remember, you probably don't have the shield right now, right? I mean,
It doesn't require.
You're dancing.
achievement.
yeah. Well, I mean,
dancing.
it would probably require.
It depends. Oh, no,
I guess it is attuned to you, right?
It's not. It doesn't require
It
attunement.
doesn't require attunement.
It does or it doesn't.
It's
Does
not.
not.
Oh, if it doesn't, then yeah, you definitely probably wouldn't have the bonus unless you're actively dancing with a shield in your hand. I'm guessing it's probably
Honestly.
on your back.
Yeah, I
That
would have.
sounds like
I would have
something Otto
assumed it
would
was.
do though.
I assumed it was on my back, but yeah, maybe. I don't know. Whatever you think.
Yeah, let's
like
say
a
just
weird
to
move
make it
is
more
fine.
interesting, because yeah, you would have if it's not attunement, then you would definitely have to have it in your hand. So let's say like at this point you're kind of relaxing, and I doubt you have it, in your
Okay.
hands.
For the record, I wasn't going to give you away at all, Onyx. I was just going to chuckle.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't think you would have noticed either of those.
Well, I guess I should roll the second one in case my active is more higher than my passive. I don't know.
Well, generally, unless you're actively looking while he's doing it, it would just be your passive perception.
Yeah, that one's.
So yeah, I'll say during the dance battle.
I think
or go ahead.
Anvir was saying that he was actively watching Onyx anytime he left the party.
Yeah, that is also true.
Yeah,
I mean-
that is true.
There is also no feasible way for me to see those numbers.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you slip those, and just to so you guys can record those in your packs, even though you didn't see him put them in there. Just record the gold chalice and the stone statue, just so you know you have them.
Okay. Gold shot.
Right, and then I'm going to retire for the evening and let them continue dancing.
Okay. So yeah, time is passing throughout the day today. Later on in the evening, Garrow and Dosha would return again. Garrow would tell you that there is some dissension within the ranks, at least within the leadership, because of the death of the demonologist. And several of the factions seem to be a little bit mistrustful because of some of the rumors that had been going around. And apparently there was some bad blood between them already. He would say
so we chose good targets.
yeah, he would say the alliances of the Knolls definitely have some tenuous bonds to them. it might be fairly easy to break them apart given some more time. Also, apparently the attackers have been discovered, and actually some of them have been captured. Seems like humans. So it might be these humans that, or I shouldn't say the attackers, the ones who are causing the disappearances seem to be some sort of faction. Humans of some kind. And maybe some others. But I don't know much about where they came from or what their purpose is.
Do you know where they are at the moment?
Sorry, what?
Actually, would I know where they are since I was escaping from them before?
Who were you escaping from?
Whenever I was escaping from the cultists, because I can't remember if you said that I was actually captured and I got away, or if they were in the process of trying to capture me.
Who were you?
No, they took me.
Did we figure out who you were with and why you were here?
I just kind of came along and just started looking through the camp to see, and I stole the ring that I have, the ring of obscuring.
Alright, so you snuck in, you weren't with anyone.
No, and I came in specifically to steal the ring.
So what might you know? Did we establish where you were originally from? Were you just wandering the caves, or were you from a settlement nearby?
I was wandering the caves, coming in passing from that settlement. I was leaving that settlement because I traveled from settlement. I always travel in general, so I was leaving from it.
And did I give you a settlement name?
You did not.
Okay. So the place where you were, there... Let's see. There were some rumors going around about a large group that was moving through the area. Some group called the Steel Shadow.
Oh.
Battleman.
Past.
Do you guys know about this?
History might tell you something about the Steel Shadow.
We know about the Steelberg.
Oh, do you?
I know.
Yeah, because of
Yeah, we.
Is that his real name? I can't remember. I know he had two names.
Who was that?
The guy we left in charge instead of Dosha, who was used to be part of the Silver Shroud, but he took his girlfriend, who used to be a slave.
Daniel, I think, maybe. But he gave us two names. He gave us one name and then told us later that it wasn't his real name. Yeah.
Avian or something like that.
The kid.
Yeah, so in Ellen, right?
Yeah.
It was he was traveling with them, right?
Yeah, Davian Foxhart, that's his name.
Yeah, so he wasn't part of them. I think he was traveling with them. And he didn't
wanted him.
Yeah, and he was telling you that they were trying to capture him and Ellen, but he didn't tell you much about why, I don't think.
I think he told us that Ellen used to be a slave, and
that
he saved her or something. Yeah.
That was the info he gave you, I believe, yeah.
Yeah.
So, actually, yeah, if Val said the Steel Shadow, that might ring some bells with some of the other people here.
Yeah. I think we've done history checks on them before and got pretty high.
So,
we've talked about them before.
If you don't remember anything from your history checks, what I can tell you is they are a clandestine organization, generally working for, and I should use names here. Let me look at my notes. Generally working for the Darok Empire, the human empire.
I remember that name, yeah.
Were you saying something, Mary?
I think it was more out of character. This organization spans multiple cycles, doesn't it?
Well, they show up in the other campaign, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Because this is the same cycle as the other campaign.
That's right. This is the beginning of the 13th, isn't it?
This is 500 years in the past from trouble at Char.
Gotcha.
So, technically same cycle, yeah.
Got it.
So yeah, Val would mention that, and you would all go, huh, the Steel Shadow.
We had heard rumors that they had been moving around lately.
It might be a little curious as to why they're here now, and what their business with the Knolls are. But yeah, apparently some of them have been captured.
Based on what this Davian guy has told us, am I understanding that the Steel Shadow themselves might keep slaves, and that they were after these kids because they felt an ownership on the girl?
They were definitely after Ellen. Davian didn't say if she was a slave or not. They are from the Darrock Empire, and slavery is legal within the Darrock Empire.
Interesting.
So, there might not be slavers themselves, but they come from a place where slavery is legal, yes.
Okay.
Barrett, I'm gonna say I have no idea who they are.
Insight check.
On who, Barrett?
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Actually, no, he was
Honestly,
a soldier,
I
wasn't he?
mean, partially kidding.
I'm not even sure. Honestly, I don't think Otto would know that much about them. Maybe he might have heard of them because he has done some studying, but I really don't think he would know much about them either.
They're
Especially-
in the military. I would probably know about them. Otherwise, no.
They are, well, they're not directly a military, but they're a mercenary organization. They do work for the government sometimes, but not always. They also have private contracts they do.
Yeah, Otto's family left the Garoth Empire and then founded Candleholm. So I'm not sure that any of Otto's training would have really been so much about the human empire's politics or factions,
Yeah. Well, actually, you came over from the Empire, didn't you? You were one of the...
My parents did.
Yeah, so you
Tobin and I were the first Gnomish children born in Candleholm, but we weren't in... Yeah.
If you have history, you could... it's very possible your parents told you about some of the aspects of the Empire, and that could have been one of them.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably not something you're that interested in,
Yeah.
but it's definitely
fine.
something you might know about.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, so what do you all wish to do with this revelation?
Did we go check this out?
Potentially.
I have
What
no
are
idea.
your
Sorry,
thoughts
I
about
was,
this group in general?
I remember that I asked a question a while ago and it got kind of lost, which was I was asking Garrow if he knew whereabouts they were being held.
Garrow says, I do not. They don't tell guards things like that. I would guess they're probably being held at the cathedral, or in one of the prison camps somewhere, but I would have to look into it.
If these guys are Steel Shroud, we know they're effective at the very least. We don't need to like them for them to help us kill out the gnomes.
Well, are they?
Great.
Well, I was going to say, are they just kidnapping the cultists, or are they kidnapping our allies?
Well, they
Are
haven't
they-
said they've been kidnapping, to be fair. They just said they've been gone missing, which could just mean they're killing the gnolls and hiding the bodies.
Well,
That would be
That's
my
better.
guess, Garrow
Well, I think
says.
he's asking if it's all gnolls or just these cultists of
right.
Yeah.
Humans don't tend to ask questions when it comes to gnolls, Garrow says. It would be, I would assume they're just killing them and hiding the bodies to not be
Yeah.
caught.
I mean, in this
Oh, it's
area,
not a
I
direct
can't
assault
say
on
I
the gnolls.
blame them. Like, it is a very hostile area, to be fair.
Dosha says, it's true. I would be curious why they're here, though. If they would be allies to us or possibly enemies. Just because they are enemies to the cultists does not mean they will necessarily be our friends.
Anyone who believes in slavery, in my opinion, is an enemy, regardless of what they stand for.
That
Dosha
makes
nods.
it
I definitely agree, but to be fair, from what
I
know,
understand the
it's very
strategy of what
clear.
you're discussing. I
Oh
do.
no, I was actually trying to defend their honor by saying it is technically the government's law, not their law.
Ah,
We don't
those
know how
who
into it they are.
They still deal with it. That's worse than honorable in my book.
Oh, very agreed.
All right. So, Garrow says I can look into it more tomorrow. Perhaps get you a location of where the prisoners are. Maybe find out more about what these Steel Shadow are up to.
You said some of them had been captured. Did the others get away, killed?
He says I don't know. Maybe we don't know the size of their force, but I'm guessing there are more of them out there. Unless these few are responsible for all the missing gnolls, which would be quite impressive.
I think we definitely need more information. They could be very helpful allies.
Would it be possible, do you think, for our spies, so I guess in this case it would be Dosha, because Garo went with Uvlol, right? Would it be possible for Dosha to try to...
Oh no, Garrow didn't go with Uvlol yet. You haven't told
Not
him
yet.
to.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
Garrow's here.
Yeah,
Garrow
the
and
other
Dosha.
tribe, yeah.
So here's a possibility, and I don't know for sure, but maybe one or both of our spy gnolls, Garrow or Dosha, could attempt during their next foray into the fort to spy, attempt to get close enough to any of these prisoners to ask a couple questions, maybe, just to find out, do they have a bigger force in the area, and kind of establish, like, not a friendship, but like a, hey, there's other forces in the area that are out against these cultists, so maybe we should work together kind of dialogue. Not that he would have time to give long negotiations with these prisoners, but anyway, just try and get enough time for a couple sentences, a couple questions to maybe ascertain whether there's other people here in the area that we might want to team up with that are going to be trying to save these people anyway,
Well, I can try. I do speak common, and I'm sure the other gnolls don't know that. It would be dangerous, though.
Always safety first, please, when you're in there.
He says if the
Especially
if the prisoners revealed me, either through torture or to try to get themselves spared, then I could, my spying could be jeopardized. Like I said, I don't know if we can trust the Steel Shadow. Do you want me to attempt it, though? Like, it would be a risk.
I would say we'd be better off attempting us contacting them on the outside of this camp and leaving the ones that are here where they're at. I mean, kind of the shoe on the other foot, in my opinion, for right now.
That actually could be a good idea. Maybe Garrow just figure out where they are, and if we can somehow sneak inside of there, it might be easier for us to
Here's another thought. I could start sending Rumpty out in bat form. It would be beyond 100 feet from me, and so we'd have to wait for her to come back and report in. But she could start kind of carefully kind of perusing caves in the area and passages in the area and just see if she can find any signs of other parties like ours, hiding out or
Rumpty screeches at you.
spying or whatever.
Yeah.
Garrow says, I was approached by Uvlol, who asked if I could go with him to talk to my tribe. Should I go do that first to bring them over here?
It could be a good idea, especially
Yes.
if these silver especially now that we know that it's the
Steel
Yeah,
Shadow. Yeah.
Yeah, I keep going to call them the Silver Shroud for some reason.
Ugh.
Which is a made-up superhero from the Fallout universe.
I'm familiar.
Yes. But if they're just going around in this area trying to kill the cultists, it might be a good idea to make sure they don't accidentally kill our guys.
Mm-hmm.
And bringing them here would probably do that.
Yeah, and it's possible that they don't I forget if it was Garo that said this or who said this, but it's a good point that some humans might not differentiate Knoll from Gnome. So, yeah.
All right.
Trying to make some.
So he says, all right, I shall do that first then. Could you make a note that's what Garo is now working on as his project? In the notes there.
Yep.
Just mark the date down. Which is the, let's see, it's the 22nd of spring, 8 o'clock. Well, just 22nd of spring. You don't need the time. So he says, all right, I'll go work on that tomorrow. And Dosha, be careful. I know you're not as good as spying. And actually, he's going to talk to him in Knoll now, so I don't know if anyone will understand what he's saying.
Yes.
All right, he says, I know you're not as good at spying, so just keep an eye out. Don't speak with anyone unless you must. He just nods.
There gives a slight chuckle with that.
Alright, so I'll say Garo is going to work on that. So he's going to be gone for at least a few days. Alright, anything else, or can I pass some more time? Alright, some time passes. And actually, at this point, a few days might pass. Again, is there anything you want to work on during this time? Or can I just pass some days?
If it's going to be multiple days, I'd probably go into the library and maybe try and find more books about, like, because I was really interested in, like, the history of these ruins and stuff like that.
I would start, and then I would start scouting out with Romti and moving out like a little at a time, scouting areas.
Also, I'm assuming at some point I would have noticed there's just a statue in my bag.
Yeah, so the statue... and then actually you both would have found the statues. So...
What one was the...
You would guess the statue... well, the statue is a Corellan religious relic worth about 200 gold pieces, you'd guess. And the gold chalice is also a Corellan religious relic, probably worth about 300 gold pieces. Assuming you could find someone who wanted to buy it and has the money to pay for it. Alright.
I found relics. All I need to do now is find a very expensive container for them.
Yeah.
Barrett will go with Anvia to the library to see if we can find anything about what's happened to him in terms of magic.
Alright.
Wild magic.
And Val, did you say you were scouting?
Yeah, because I know she's got Romti kind of going out, so I was going to kind of follow underneath Romti and see look around the caves while she was kind of scouting around.
Romti's gonna be invisible, though, isn't she?
Yeah, she is. So I would give her instructions to report back to Val periodically and help him with his circles. And for the sake of stealth, instead of screaming at him, she'll whap him in the head with her wing or something when she wants his attention.
So
she's going to be in bat form, and she can speak.
Val, you have blind sight, I know, but can you see in the dark at all?
Yeah, I have dark vision up to 60 feet too. So blind sight to 10 feet, dark vision with up to 60. So I can move without having to have any light at all while moving, and then see Romti when Romti comes in too.
And
to give me whatever state.
You're pretty stealthy.
I've got a plus 12 to my stealth. So
all right. Yeah. So are you gonna go into? I assume you're staying away from the actual settlements and just.
I'm just trying to see if there's anything I can see from outside the camps to pick up on too while Romti's going. If there's places I can get in a little closer, if Romti can see something that I can get a little closer inspect it.
Okay.
Just to kind of go scout and see what's around and what's important around here.
All right. So a couple of days are going to be passing. Let's see. First, I'll say 2 days pass, so spend food for 2 days for everyone. you would get a couple of things. Give me a stealth and perception check, Val. Oh, well, you're very well hidden.
And my
That would not
perception.
29.
Holy
There's
shit!
a lot of 20s.
Wow.
So you would find a area of the camp. It looks like it might be one of the cults has some sort of treasure it's defending. You have discovered the availability of a heist, which would be another downtime activity. That's with the first 2 days. So the rest of you put 2 days towards research, right?
Yeah.
Me and
Yeah.
Andre, I think.
Now, usually there would be a gold piece thing associated with that, but since, there's no people you're paying down here, you would not have to worry about that. Barrett, let's see. You were researching magic? Like what happened to you?
Yeah. Anything that happened to me, wild magic, stuff like that.
So I believe that is what is it for research?
Investigation.
Investigation. Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Oh shit.
And the rules I'm using for this are sort of the downtime revisited ones. If you're all curious, you can look into like all the different types of downtime stuff you do. So yeah, I mean, as far as benefits from this, like it might be more roleplay value that you find out a little bit more about your type of class, the magics that could be affecting you, and barbarians like you. Generally, magic, like the power you possess, you're born with, but it seems more like the power was infused in you through some sort of experiments. And Anvir, what were you looking into?
I was trying to look into more about like the ruins here and like figuring out more about the buildings and what might be around here.
So give me an investigation.
Ooh.
Alright. Unfortunately, over the several days, your investigations don't turn up much fruit. After the 2 days, you would have a bunch more soldiers here. In fact, you would have pretty much all of the Long Spear clan here at this point, and some of the Sharp Rock. So let me just move those to remind myself that they're here now.
At some point, I would tell everybody, about what I saw for the potential of making a heist for that case and stuff too.
I would watch Onyx closely as we learn this news.
Sorry.
Just out of curiosity for his reaction.
I get a look on my face that's like when a kid sees a big pile of candy.
Oh. I thought you might appreciate that, Alex.
Yeah. Your guess
It's got a lock on it.
Your guess would be that it might be some sort of treasure that they may have stolen from a different tribe or a place they raided, but there's definitely some potential here. Granted, there's also a lot of risk if that goes poorly.
Would you guys all like to maybe get a closer look to see what we can do about making it go not so poorly before making a decision? See what options we can plan out?
Potentially.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
We're waiting on Traveler.
Alright, so...
During this time, Dosha hasn't really found much about where the Steel Shadows are being...
So, no, Dosha isn't really good at spy work, so he was not working on that, because he
that's
is...
fair.
Oh.
He's more just keeping
likely
an
to get
eye out. Yeah, he doesn't have the skills Garrow does. He's more of an infiltrator, actually. He was more just out there to because you didn't have
Support
anyone
Garrow,
else who
yeah.
could do it. Yeah. So, do you guys want to look into this heist then?
That sounds like a good. Well, it sounds like we're kind of just waiting for opportunities at the moment. There could be
I
some
think
good things there.
and that's an opportunity in itself. And Barrett, you said that you're thinking you may not be coming.
I will definitely help you with this heist, even if it is stealing from bad guys.
Well,
But-
I mean, it makes you feel any better. It looked like they stole it from somebody else first, so technically we're just punishing them for their crimes.
It's just reallocation of resources. Ooh.
Exactly.
It's a good way to put it, but as previously stated, I'm not very good at stealth, so
No. But if things go wrong, you are very good at smash, and that is a thing that is infallible, my friend.
you have a point. I'll come with you, but I'm staying back. Close enough to the action, but far enough back where I'm not spotted. If that's
Fair
fine
enough.
with you.
I think that would not be a bad idea at all.
Okay, so you're gonna spend some time looking into this. Let's see. So multiple of you can help each other in this.
I'm gonna try and do disguise tabaxi again, if that's all right.
So let me just give you the rules here. The DC of this crime from... Well, here, I'll give you the rules first.
Your rules for a heist? What the?
Okay, this is cool.
Yeah,
I like
it's,
this.
it's downtime stuff.
Do you have a Discord tab for downtime stuff?
I don't for this group. So that's kind of the gist of it there.
Okay, I see how this is. It's kind of like a roll along with whatever the. It's like even like a chase scene would be. Even it's a heist scene.
It's sort of like a
It's
skill
and
challenge type thing.
Yeah. Okay,
and you
that's
can
cool.
work together. So yeah, basically different people. I mean, you probably can't all go just because you would need some stealth.
Looks like we need to pick the best skills here. And
Yeah,
I would
this be
say
definitely related.
if more than one person wants to work on them, anyone doing this would probably make it more difficult. So, yeah, I would guess probably one or two tops you'd want to send.
I would volunteer to do the thieves' tools portion of it, and I am relatively good at stealth. So
Do you have an ability where we could communicate in our heads, or was that on there?
that
Sorry,
was
what
that?
was this?
telepathic
it had like a
knowledge.
telepathic
That was
Rory's.
Eldwin.
That was wow.
But
All right.
he wouldn't have to
Okay.
be with you, I think, if he casts it in advance. I think it lasts
Actually,
some
do
hours.
you guys have? Do any of you have the ability to invisibility besides Rocky?
I do have.
Woohoo.
I can make people invisible.
Then let's roll. I can see you guys. We'll be able to communicate. We just move together, and then we do our checks along. We do what we need to make this work along the way.
Right, and I can also do a little bit of this action.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I can also do that.
Ooh.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
if
you
you-
could do that because it does last an hour, which would be during the heist.
Not only that, I could
It's,
upcast.
I can't do that and invisibility though.
No, you couldn't.
Keep yourself invisible. I mean, if we're moving together,
Well,
I could potentially
I
do
could make-
enhanced ability
could-
on like 4 people.
I could make you both invisible, and I'm assuming Otto isn't going with you, so you wouldn't have to worry about the concentration.
Well, if we could maybe use Otto's eyes for things, some of his knowledge, and that's what I was thinking. If you both could go invisible, and then we move in and use whatever we need to do a distraction to keep things moving, to get you guys in to break open, to because I figure
I think
Onyx is going to break the chest. If anything, we'll have to pull them away somehow, and Otto's going to have the best way of perceiving anything that we may need to be able to use.
So 2 of you are going in, right?
At least, yeah.
yeah.
I would say more than 2 is probably not going to work, so you could probably only choose 2 of you. Usually only one person does this, but I'm willing to be a little generous.
Okay. Well, since Onyx gave me the chalice, then I would directly just go up to him for doing this whole thing then.
Yeah, I feel like...
So technically you don't know
Onyx
Onyx gave the chalice.
No, but for something to go in my... I don't know, I mean, would I have an idea? Because he and I had a whole conversation about thieving. Would I get, like, an idea that he...
Maybe, I don't know. Yeah.
Well, I would go up to him to ask him about it then, anyway.
Okay.
For somebody to show up in my pocket and notice, because he and I had like a sleight of hand check against each other, and he won that, and I would know at least have an idea of some of his stuff he's capable of.
I would deny it. So
quite convincingly.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna try a counter that.
Out of curiosity.
Yeah.
No, what is my rolls today,
So
man?
I'm
I'm
gonna-
a
Val got me.
Yeah.
I would deny it, but Val would not believe me.
I would not know that I didn't. I would let
You're
him
a
think
liar.
that I believed him. I would let him think that I believed him. Like, oh yeah, sure, okay.
Alright, I'm actually gonna redo this page, so I'm gonna copy paste the full thing into the chat here.
Okay.
And if possible, right before
The
they
main
go,
chat.
right
'cause
before they go,
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, right before they go for the next 10 minutes, I will tap them on the shoulder right before they go in. Bolstering magic, both of them, they can basically roll a d3 on the build check or attack roll.
What are you doing?
Right before they go in to do the heist, Zachary, so they basically have the full 10 minutes. I'm gonna tap both of them on the shoulder, whoever goes, and give them bolstering magic. To where they can add a d3 to a build check or attack roll and add it to the d20.
How long does that last?
10 minutes.
Alright, no, that wouldn't work, because this is over several hours the heist would be happening.
Okay. Well,
Yeah. Why is my Roll20 crashing? What's going on here?
F.
Huh.
Bugging out on you.
Okay, yeah, my Roll20 I'm just gonna close it and restart the tab here. Sorry, everyone.
Oh, good man.
Yeah, Barrett just starts humming singing a song under his voice.
Okay, now the new tab I opened up is unresponsive. What is going on
The
here?
gremlins are out to get you tonight.
Alright, now my whole...
Computer gremlins.
Yeah, seriously. What is going on? Let me just close everything and reopen it. I got a virus or something, maybe. Yeah, for some reason when I opened up those downtime rules, everything just started getting unresponsive. Alright, now Chrome isn't starting up.
Hmm.
That's interesting. Let me try. Different browser. Hopefully this will
While
work.
you're getting this set up, do you want to just call this our bio break while you're getting this worked out?
Yeah, sure. Why don't we take a break here? We'll try a different browser.
Then on Espresso Genius. Stupid.
I mean, someone who didn't know better would think I was a thief.
You're right.
I think at this point, like considering how shady you are about all the jobs you've done in the past, most people here think you're a thief.
I don't, because I think I know
Well-
absolutely nothing about Honest's past.
Maybe someday I will tell you.
Well, there
Alright.
was a whole conversation about all the jobs he's held, like during that
Yeah.
little RP session we had.
Oh, true. That I know he's talked about some of the jobs he's had, but like it's just so sketch. It's like
I
yeah,
have
I'm
not
just-
mentioned.
Come
I have not mentioned one major job that I had.
No, but I remember even as Val asking you, like, were you a jeweler? Were you ever a
Right.
teller?
Yeah,
Were you
yeah.
like very heavily? Oh, what job did you fall asleep on as a guard?
That was fun.
Ouch.
Alright, it looks like the other tab is working, so I think I'm back.
All right.
I'm using Microsoft Edge.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Nice.
don't know
Really?
what the hell happened with
I didn't know anyone used that browser.
Wow.
my Chrome won't even start now.
I
Hmm.
use Opera.
It's
I
really
think I'm
weird.
the only one here that uses it.
Opera? I use it.
I use Opera for my streaming screen, but yeah, generally I use Chrome and Opera, but Edge seems to be working fine. So, all
And
right.
then you find a new
Is everyone
browser.
still on break? I guess I could use the restroom too. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. But it seems I need to find a new browser, so I'm the only one using it.
I completely forgot that I was like, oh yeah, I'll share some of my backstory.
Yeah, when we go download Internet Explorer work right.
I was using Firefox, but my copy of Firefox got, I don't know, it started getting real slow. I think I just needed to uninstall and reinstall it, but I was in a hurry, so I just started using Opera, and now I've just been using it.
That was
I'm-
my exact problem with Chrome. Like, I would like check my task manager, and like 80% of my processing power would be Chrome.
Chrome is known to have a lot of processes going, honestly. I like Chrome a lot, but it's not great for it likes to be connected to everything, and
It's not
yeah.
good if you're doing more than one thing.
Yeah, Opera is actually pretty lightweight, is my understanding. Firefox is pretty good on the security side. They all have their pros and cons,
From what I understand about Opera, the good thing about it is like you can put a cap on how much processor it will actually be allowed to use.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, I am never going to touch Firefox or Google Chrome.
Yeah, I'm running on Chrome on a Chromebook, and it's so far been running fine. It's much better than whenever I only had the tablet that
Well, I
didn't
know.
do hardly shit.
Because I know. Oh yeah, well that makes sense. Because like Miri, you're not on like a proper computer, are you?
No.
Per computer? Are you calling Mac an improper computer?
No, I just
Yeah.
still
Oh,
felt like I
yeah.
had a memory of you using like a tablet-y kind of thing.
No, that's not me. I have a
Oh.
laptop. I'm on a MacBook. I think that Trey uses a Mac as well, don't you? Oh, he may not be here. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he does. Yeah, I also use
I-
Mac.
Yeah, I used for the first game actually I played with you guys. I had a tablet that I was on, and that was awful. And so I ended up getting a Chromebook, and ever since I moved to that, I have had no issues running this thing other than just me flaws at understanding how this thing works a little bit.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
want to try and get like a good gaming computer at some point because that's the one big problem with Mac is like you cannot download games on that thing.
Am I the only one with the proper gaming
That
computer?
depends on the Mac, but I've
Because
never had
like
any.
a lot of like the like more like Steam games and stuff. A lot of them aren't available on Mac.
Oh, no, that's true. You're right. There
Yeah.
are a lot of games on Steam and the like that are not made for they're made for Windows. It's nothing to do with Steam, it's nothing to do with Mac. It's the
It's
game
everything to do with the
developers.
program.
Yeah.
That's exactly
Yeah.
what I mean. Like, because I know
Yeah.
there are a couple games on Steam I can still play, but like there are so many like
It just won't read it.
AAA games, like even most of the B grade games, you can't get them on
Yeah.
Mac.
Yeah, that's true. You are correct in that.
If I had more availability of games, I'd be fine with them. But that's the killer for me.
Yeah,
Honestly, like I grew up using like Windows PCs and like a lot of most of my schooling used Windows PCs, most of my jobs used Windows PCs. I was a lot more familiar with. And my husband, he's a graphic designer, he was for 22 years. And so he's the reason that we started having Macs in the home. And I always just kind of noticed this like degradation of performance. Like you get a new computer with Windows PCs and stuff and Intel and IBM stuff. Like you get a new computer, it's all lovely for a few months and then it just starts to slow down. And like no matter what kind of like you tried to do, what kind of like virus protection, like it just got bogged down and it just like I don't know, it just didn't stay fresh and fast no matter what I did. And I found the same thing with Windows phones and stuff. And so we got an iMac in like 2009 to 2010 maybe. And it literally like we didn't have to buy any antivirus. We didn't have to do anything with it. And it ran wonderfully for like almost 15 years. And then just one day it wouldn't turn on. But like, I mean, like we never had to do any upgrades. We never had to pay for like antivirus subscriptions. Like, I mean, I was playing like World of Warcraft and like some other like online like MMORPG type stuff. I mean, we would stream video, like, and it worked fine for like 15 years. Whereas with like every Dell I ever bought, like it was chugging, or it wasn't running as well after maybe a few months up to a year. I don't know.
To be fair, Dells
Yeah,
are pretty.
Dells are
famous for that.
terrible.
Really? Well, and
They're
also
good
only
for like the first couple months, and then they
Yeah.
start slowing down so hard.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, and Dells weren't the only PCs that I had, but those were probably the last two laptops I bought before we went all Mac. Were Dells because I was just like buying cheap notebooks when I was in school and stuff to take notes and stuff.
Honestly, it's
But-
usually better and cheaper to just buy like ones that have just been made from parts instead of from like,
Yeah.
companies.
If you
But
want
I've found it with like stuff from my jobs as well, where like my IT guys like act like they know. I mean, like they put this stuff together themselves. They talk like they know what they're talking about. But I've never had a computer handed to me for work that didn't like suck after like 8 months to a year. Except for I now have a MacBook from my job that I've been using for 3 years now. That like the MacBook itself is like pretty slim hardware. Like there's no real upgrades on it or anything. So, it's nothing like my iMac.
When's
but
the last time you
it's-
used Windows?
The last time I used Windows?
Yeah, like when your computers were sucking.
Oh, it would have been 2018 or 19 is the last time I had a Windows computer for work.
What was that? Windows 10 or 9?
It was the
or...
one when Edge came out and like the look changed up a bit, but I don't remember. Yeah.
I know the newer Windows, at least from my experience, have been good. Because I know there was a time when a lot of the Windows stuff was really crappy.
I think
Yeah.
that was around that time, the Edge.
Yeah, like Windows Edge and Windows, I think it was 9 or 10, I forget. But all the newer Windows have been fairly... I mean, there's some stuff they do that annoys me, but overall, like, they're
Sure.
fairly stable, and, haven't had much problem with them.
Yeah. Well, I don't have any problem with either one. I just have had really good experiences with Mac, and that's what we have now. And so I'm happy with them.
Dell, whenever because yeah, like I used to buy Dells as well, and they've always been terrible until I started making my own computer.
I guess it's you get what you pay for because that Dells are cheap, so.
Yeah. I know I got a few laptops through Dell, and they were all garbage. So
Yeah, I remember my mum managed to get one that it's like she got it on sale from like it used to be like $1,000. It was ridiculous. It was a Dell laptop. It did last a lot longer than normal Dell laptops, but considering its price, it still only lasted like a year before it started like overheating and stuff.
Yeah, see, my family made fun of us for paying almost $3,000 for our iMac, but it lasted almost 15 years while they were buying like 7 Dells in that time.
yeah, I haven't had many problems with PCs. I just upgrade them because I want better hardware, not because they break.
Mm-hmm.
Is everyone back?
I think so.
Yep.
All right. So who are you sending on this heist? I'm going to say it'll take you a few days to gather some more information on this. As you're waiting for your spies to do their work and moving people. But overall, like, when it happens, who are you sending?
It'll be me and Onyx. Val and Onyx.
Alright.
Yeah. That or just Onyx by himself.
And I'm going to be ready for a fight if it comes to that.
Alright. So, let's see. Alright, so a couple of days pass. Go ahead and spend 4 more days worth of rations for everyone.
We're gonna need more rations soon.
Yeah, we are.
Yes, I'm going down to 3.
I got 5.
Does anyone have survival? Because someone could be trying to find food during the time. If you want, I don't want to make a roll every day, but I'll say with survival you can just feed 3. Well, what's your wisdom modifier?
0, straight 10.
Okay, so you're not great at survival.
I have +4 in survival though.
Yeah.
Oh, from proficiency, or what's giving you +4?
Proficiency.
Okay. So I'll say you can feed 3 people. So we'll say 3 of you don't have to use rations, which would be you and probably 2 others.
I'm gonna say me, Onyx, and Adam.
Okay.
Actually, you know what?
At least for now. But yeah. So 4 more days pass. Let me see. Oh, I have to reopen all my stuff too. Dang it.
Val and Onyx, you do not have to take any rations.
All
I'm
right.
going by Discord.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
I have a question. If I have a +4 on survival just from proficiency as well. But if I'm doing the heist, can I not do that simultaneously with him?
Probably you would need training to actually be able to hunt without doing rolls.
Yeah.
You could probably feed yourself in a cave, but yeah. And you're kind of planning the heist. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I figured I wouldn't be too much into other stuff before I could even. So.
All right. So you are attempting to break into this place and steal the secret treasure.
The Krabby Patty formula.
The what?
I said the Krabby Patty
SpongeBob
formula.
reference.
Oh. All right. I missed that one. All right. So
Secret recipe.
let's see.
Let me stop by Plankton.
So the DC is 20, like I said. You can work together on this. You said it was Val and Onyx. Okay. Let me just read this. So you get to make 3 checks each Unfortunately, the spell becomes the enhanced ability is going to be an issue because this is going to be a longer crime. So you're probably not going to be able to use the spell because it's going to be more than an hour. So it would just be 3 checks from each you. I'll take the higher one from each roll.
All right.
Would we be able to use the invisibility for the first hour to help them get in, or is it just not worth it since it doesn't last the whole time?
I mean, you could say they go in with invisibility, but that would be more for flavor because it's more just the checks, and you can't really.
All right.
There's not much you could do to boost those with over time.
No problem. I am going to use inspiration on the stealth roll.
Okay. Yeah, that should be fine.
All right.
I was gonna say, well, that's fine. Alright.
Off to a great start.
Alright, so Val's kind of covering you on this one as you guys sneak in, luckily. So that would be
We're
one
on the
success. Now I need a
Maybe I
Thieves'
should-
Tools check.
Maybe I shouldn't have been drinking before this.
Probably.
All right. Since that worked out so well, I'm going to use an inspiration point again.
So
yeah,
generally speaking, for downtime activity, you can't use inspiration
can't?
points.
Okay, never mind,
Like
never
for crafting, and so yeah, I would probably say you can't use it.
Can I use Flash of Genius?
No,
It
because
doesn't
that's
matter.
another instant thing. But yeah, it looks like
Wow.
Val is on top of it.
I'm
All
getting
right.
bad rolls now.
So luckily, yeah, you guys would
I
get.
was doing it last game in the battle. I was terrible.
Alright, so luckily you guys would get that. Now the last one is Intelligence, Wisdom, or Charisma, but you both have to roll the same thing, depending on what you choose.
All right. I
I
am very good at investigation.
was gonna say, if you got the brains on that one, that's gonna be the best one for you and probably me as well for right now.
All right. Here goes.
So, all right. Let me find my.
There we go.
All right. Investigation. Yeah.
Alright, no,
Thank
that's
God
good.
for you.
So yeah, the crime is taking a good amount of time. Luckily, you did pretty well. I think you got 3 successes. So no complications. You would break into this encampment. You would get past all the guards. The gnolls are not able to stop you, and you would sneak out undetected with a bunch of chests that the gnolls had stolen.
That's insane.
It looks like you got away with a bunch of silver bars, and the two of you give me a d20 roll.
Ooh.
Okay,
Ooh.
let me take a look at something. Oh, I keep forgetting. It's not on Chrome. So Val.
Did I roll 2 or did I roll 1? I don't know what I just did there.
Val, give me a D100 roll.
Yeah.
Oh,
Damn.
Oh,
Whoa.
damn.
Holy hell.
Rolling those dreams today, buddy.
No kidding.
That means he gets a legendary item.
If he does, that's ridiculous.
Got the bow of death to all.
let me check something.
Holy shit.
Man, your first 3 rolls today were all nat 20s.
I know.
You've been
I-
on it today, man.
You know what? Honestly, like, I'm okay with the last game. I listened to the stream earlier today when I was working, and I rolled like everything underneath a 5 or a 6 the entire game most of the time last game. So I'm happy with the way this is turning out.
Oh man, sometimes that's just how the dice go. Some games
Oh my
they hate you,
God.
some games they love you.
Right.
Sorry, I just need to check something. Might need one moment.
You're good.
Inexcusable.
Alright, let me check something else.
It's just like, God, what am I having to give this man? What can I give him that won't break the game?
Yes.
If you have to debate on things, if there's any requests that would be taken, just a very nice plus bow would be greatly appreciated.
Gives them legendary +3 bow of death.
Alright, well, so you get the... Oh, you know what? Actually...
Yeah, a +3 bow would be fucking awesome. No, that's highly unlikely. I don't know what. I mean, I don't know. I've never rolled on this one.
I mean, some of us have some +2 weapons, so it's not that ridiculous.
So
really?
I'll say...
Because Eldwin's using a +2, and I think Onyx, you're using a +2.
I am.
So it looks like, okay, I'm trying to figure out how to do this. Obviously you can't carry a bunch of chests, because I just remembered you'd have to escape. So I'll say...
I mean, if they can fit inside a bag of holding.
Oh, you do have a bag of holding.
That's
That's
recently
true.
emptied out.
How much can the bag hold?
We empty it out before we
out a bit, so it had almost 300 in spare capacity at the
But if
time.
you knew you guys were
300?
going on a heist, you could have dumped it all in the ship.
Well, the ship is
The ship's not there right
traveling.
now, but I mean, you
Oh,
could have left it
yeah.
at base or something. But you said you had 300 pounds worth, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that should be plenty.
Oh, that's
So you were able to steal several things. Looks, yeah, a couple of chests, which you would get back to the hideout without any issue. Luckily, again, no one was caught during this. No complications. And you would make off with about 200 gold pieces in, well, silver bars, which I think are worth 100 silver each. So how much would that be? Silver, so that'd be 10 gold a bar. So about 20 silver bars?
Silver bars.
Would that be 200 gold? Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
So yeah, 20 silver bars and some sort of strange bow that you found. A longbow.
And we just say that Eldwin, through the powers of, did identify on it.
Yeah, he would tell you that this is a strange bow. It's not revealing itself.
Oh.
So it's got hidden properties, whatever it is. You could try to experiment with it, and see what you can figure out, he says, but Identify isn't giving me anything.
Okay. Are we in a safe place for me to do that right now, or I'm just going to sit with it and kind of hold on to it right now?
Yeah, so you can say you spend like a short rest messing around with it, and let me check something again.
You are now cursed.
It is probably the nicest bow you've ever seen. You can determine that it does indeed give you a, mechanically speaking, a +3 to attacks and damage.
Oh, damn!
Oh, yes.
If it has other abilities, you're not sure what they are, but
Okay.
that's what you can gather from using it.
Awesome.
All right, so that was the end of the downtime, or the end of that heist. Seemed to go pretty well. I was gonna pass some more time unless you guys wanted to do anything. Okay, so another couple of days pass.
Sorry, I was gonna do something. I was just editing the journal as I'm going. I'd probably try and do a little bit more research.
I will probably help on Vib out. Probably do more research for my thing and help him.
Okay, doing some more research. You could put another 2 days towards it, but that probably wouldn't be enough. But yeah, you could put another 2 days towards it. So after the 2 days, something happens. Garrow is still missing, because he has been helping move some of the troops. But there is a lot of commotion out in the cave, and you start hearing what sounds like cave-in noises coming from the northeast of you.
Uh-oh.
Like around here. There's a lot of crashing, and you guys would probably recognize it as cave-ins are a constant danger in this world. Lots of yelling. You would see Dosho would come running in and say something is happening to the northwest. Large amounts of troops are moving up in that direction, and there are cave-ins all over. I don't know what's going on.
We should probably try and check it out.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Alright, give me one moment. Pass the time correctly.
When he says large amounts of troops, does he mean that the cultists are moving in that direction? Their troops, or other
Yes.
troops are like incoming? Oh, okay.
The cultist troops are rushing in that direction, and it sounds like some kind of fighting is happening.
Okay.
So what does the group want to do? Dosha would also say, I think that the leadership is still within the temple. They might be undefended, or at least a majority of them might be, as most of the soldiers are moving up towards the northeast. This might be a
sounds like a
chance to
plan.
strike.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit
Let's-
of both. Start heading towards the cathedral to see what that's like, and maybe send Rumpty up to the cave-in area if that's within reach.
I don't think it'll be within 100 feet.
Well, Romty's with you now. You could certainly send him up there to take a look. But
Or she could always just go and take a look and report back.
Yeah.
It'll be a little while between updates.
yeah, you could try to. I don't know if you want to wait for her, but
Oh no, she would. No,
she could
we
try to
can wait
meet
for her.
you at the
Yeah.
cathedral or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might be a good idea. Get her to start going up there. We start heading to cathedral. If they're like, yeah, it's nothing up there, we can just try and maybe take out these guys.
All right, so you want to head towards the cathedral and see what's going on there?
Yeah.
Yep.
Stealthily, I'm assuming.
How are you gonna stealth?
I'm gonna
Just
just
normal?
go ahead and stay, just normally up in front and keeping an eye out and kind of guiding as best as I can everywhere, anywhere to go.
I will have a fun time trying to stealth with my, what is it, 0? 1
Yeah.
health.
All right, well, give me checks for the group.
Oh, watch me fail it.
Hey, don't say that. I've been rolling pretty bad today. Oh, I actually rolled well.
Oh,
Uh,
please make up for me.
yeah, actually, you do. Overall, the group does pretty good. So I assume you
Alright.
stick to the shadows. Anvir, do you have heavy armor?
I have medium armor.
Does that give you disadvantage to stealth? I mean, I
Not
guess it
this
doesn't
one.
matter. You rolled pretty well.
Yeah,
Uh,
not this one. I deliberately chose one that didn't give me disadvantage.
Dosh is staying behind. Right?
Yeah, it's probably best he doesn't get caught.
Yep.
with us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not expose him at all to us.
Alright, so you're moving through the cave. It seems like a bunch of soldiers are keeping an eye out in the different groups, those that didn't leave already. So far, the group has been undiscovered. And as you move, you start to feel the ground shaking.
Yeah.
Something is up. What do you want to do? Feels like...
starts to just kind of fall back.
Does
a
anyone-
little behind everybody?
Does anyone have nature knowledge?
No, Otto does.
I do.
It feels like an earthquake.
I will say that, Miri.
Would this something be related to anything that would exist in the Underdark?
I mean, there are definitely underground earthquakes. It seems kind of a weird coincidence that as something is happening, that earthquakes start happening. But you would see to the north of you large areas starting to cave in and lights going out.
Oh,
You know.
And there's a bunch of screaming as the gnolls are trying to flee.
With my ridiculous 300-foot dark vision, do I see anything coming up?
Probably not, because I think that's more than 300 feet. You would just see a bunch of lights going out.
Or just?
Would
Yes,
Rumpty be able to fly by the center of the commotion yet by now?
Well, Ramti's already... You said you sent him up north more, right, to see what was going on, so I assume he's not with you right now.
Right. So she would she have gotten to the to the commotion yet and been able to take a look?
She is not back yet, wherever she is. So you're not sure what she's doing. But you assume she's still exploring. Oh, and you wouldn't see these lights anymore either. But yeah, so there's a bunch of shaking. You see large areas of the cave collapsing, screaming as some of the groups of gnolls are kind of falling back out of their little tribe areas, kind of retreating to the west. So far, you haven't been seen. What do you want to do?
As they're retreating, can we see where any of the leadership might be trying to escape from? If they're retreating as well?
You don't see any leadership. Well, you don't see any gnolls that look like well armored, or most of the gnolls you see look like probably villagers or low-level soldiers.
I have a potentially very evil plan.
What's your thoughts?
oh.
Well,
Okay.
you see, a fair while ago, I came across a scroll of Earthquake.
Yeah.
There is currently an earthquake going on, so if I cast it on the chapel, no one would be that suspicious.
Aren't you a man of God?
Look, I believe in crushing those who do evil.
I mean, you have a good point, but still.
He's introducing them to theirs. It's okay.
To be fair, an earthquake is considered an act of God. So,
Oh, God.
Yeah, wherever the stones fall afterwards, that's just, faith.
What are your thoughts?
So,
I 100% agree
so
with
you're all sort of kneeling in the shadows, whispering right now.
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Okay.
You guys want me to try and do it? Because I believe it has a very long range.
I am not listening to this conversation whatsoever.
my only concern would be that you could bring down a lot more than just the the cathedral.
We might need more information inside what's there.
I mean,
and
it's very-
if you take it down, we might not find out what they're still trying to do.
It is
Yeah,
very
true.
possible that someone is casting Earthquake right now. Because this is not... it just, the timing would seem very, convenient when there's
Would I
some
be-
kind of attack happening.
Is there any way we could potentially try and recognize it as an earthquake spell as opposed to normal?
It would be really hard to, but as Onyx
Yeah, I
said,
wasn't
if
sure.
you cast an Earthquake spell, you would probably bring down a lot more than just, at least in a cave system. If you were on the surface, it would be a different story, but Earthquake is like way more dangerous underground.
Yeah, I can imagine actually now that I think about that more.
Yeah.
But,
You are in the earth as it's quaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is a terrifying thing I've got in my back pocket to keep aware.
You probably would have to make a roll even to cast it, because I think it's
Yeah, I
too high
would.
level
I'd
for
have
you.
That's
to
level
check.
8.
I would have to see if I could even cast it.
But yeah, so it does seem like a bunch of villagers are fleeing, screaming. There's a bunch of soldiers that are, some are fleeing, some are moving towards the northwest. So something must be going on in the northwest if they're moving towards the earthquake.
We should move quickly in whatever we're gonna do. Let's go into the cathedral and
Take
Can
the
you
most important building, go inside it, find out what we
Surprise.
can,
we
who we
can
need.
surprise them.
Otto, can you
Exactly.
maybe just quickly bump back Rumpty and see if they manage to see what's going on? 'Cause I don't
do
know
I
how-
do I think that she's been gone long enough? That's what I was trying to ask before, is whether I thought she'd been gone long enough to fly to the center
So-
of things and take a look.
I mean, it's possible. It's only been maybe like 20 minutes since you left your camp.
That would be plenty for her to fly over and just take a look, right?
Yeah, I mean, it would depend on where she was, trying to get to, and if she stopped to look at something else, because something else might have been going on. It's possible. It just depends. But if you want to give her more time, obviously she'd be able to see more things going on.
Yeah,
well,
I'll
let's
leave her.
start sneaking closer to the chapel, and then
Yeah, keep moving.
if they're not back yet. We
Use
can
the
record
commotion
before
while
you-
we can.
Okay. So you get to the chapel. Something odd is happening here. It looks like there are several dead Knoll guards in front of the chapel. Some of them have arrows sticking out of them.
I will ready my weapon.
Do they look like normal Knowlish arrows, or do they look like nicer arrows?
Investigation might give you more info.
Oh god, not my strongest suit, but I'll have a look.
I mean, this looks like arrows to you. But yeah, you think
Yeah. So
obviously.
I can just go ahead and grab one just because I'm the guy who uses them.
Onyx, you would guess that these guys were probably jumped by someone who is very efficient at killing them, as you find several wounds on them, and it looks like they probably didn't have a chance to react. So someone probably came here before you. Maybe the earthquake and all the chaos has something to do with all this.
Before we actually go into the chapel, I would do Eyes of Night to give everyone dark vision. Just because I feel like that might be handy.
I can see. Thank you, my friend.
Right, and it does look like the door was probably picked open. So you're heading in?
Yes. Quite
Carefully.
Okay.
Have my weapon out ready.
I think we're all like battle ready, but sneaking in, yeah.
Yeah. At this point, though, Val's kind of staying more mid, not quite so much in the front.
Alright, so
And then,
you
yeah.
move into the chapel.
I'd give everyone except Eldwin the dark vision because he's not here at the moment.
Going through the door, you actually go. When you step in, it looks like the main hallway of the chapel is caved in. And it looks like someone dug into an underground area of the chapel, because you're unable to advance any further into the actual building, which is a little odd. And at this point, you would hear sounds of combat coming from below somewhere. What do you want to do?
So there's just loose rubble kind of blocking our way.
To go deeper into the chapel, but it looks like maybe the gnolls dug into the underground area of the chapel.
Oh, okay. So it looks like this isn't a recent thing. This looks like it's old.
Oh yeah. Like this is where they actually go when they come inside, is down below rather than into the old building, which the hall is kind of caved in.
I guess I'll start sneaking down the stairs unless anyone else is going first.
Yeah, I'll go down. I'll stay down.
It's more of like a sheer drop. You could just like jump down like 20 feet.
Yeah.
I will go first.
Okay.
Unless anyone wants to go first.
Yeah. I'm going. I'll go first. Since
I'll
I'm
go
the
second
sneaky
then.
one.
Alright, so you go down into the
I'll-
area below, which I'm pulling you in right now. Yeah, and it definitely sounds like, at least right now, someone is fighting someone. You would see a couple of dead gnolls up ahead, down the hallway a bit. Looks like, again, they may have been shot by a bunch of arrows. And sounds of fighting and... Oh, Valley. Okay, so you go down there. When you get to the...
I'm lagging. I was trying to get just down to the corner, not like get all up into stuff. Just sneak up into...
I cannot see.
Yeah, you might...
I'm still waiting for the map to load. Like, I mean, or are we supposed to be seeing a black square?
Oh, do none of you see anything?
I just
see.
started being able to move and
I'm
see
good.
I
things
can
just a
see.
second ago.
Yeah, I can see fine.
Okay.
I cannot.
Dark vision wise.
Some of you might not
it
have
was
dark
just, It was
vision.
lagging. It was just lagging for a minute.
I'm gonna restart
Yeah.
roll 20.
Alright, so let me know when you can all see, because you probably want to move together.
Yeah, I
You
can
might
see
need
right now.
to- You might need to give Barrett the dark vision.
Yeah, no, I can't see.
Well, do you have dark vision, Barrett?
He cast Eyes of Night on everybody.
Who did?
Me.
Uh,
I
Andre-
gave the dark vision out.
The person who can.
Okay. So, let me give you Eyes of Night, then.
Thank you. I can see.
Who else got it?
I'll say I gave it to Eldwin just like for when he comes back. But yeah, it would have been everyone but Otto.
Alright, did you use a spell for that?
It's my class feature. I can do it once per day without using a spell slot or something. I did link it before Eyes of Night.
Alright.
It's his domain feature.
Yeah,
There's Cleric.
I can share it once a
We've
day
been-
or spend the spell slot to do it again.
Yeah, we've been using it for a lot of battles throughout the campaign.
So what's your wisdom modifier?
4.
Okay, so you give it to Barrett, Val, and Onyx, and okay. So yeah, it's dark down here, but several of you can see a little bit better with the Eyes of Night, and of course, like I said, there are sounds of combat coming from ahead somewhere.
Val will just keep moving forward and sneaking up to try not to rush up unless there's nobody actively fighting in front of us, right? We can keep moving up the hall.
No, like I said, you see some dead gnolls up here. But other than that, there's no one here. So at the edge of the, at the turn here, the hallway goes left and right. Both areas seem empty for now. The sounds of combat do sound a little closer. Let's see.
Can we pick which direction?
You think they're coming from the east somewhere.
Otto would definitely know.
Val will start sneaking towards the combat, but would have talked with what do you guys think about checking down the other hallway where it's quieter and I just see what's happening? We may not need to even get into this fight to move around to who we actually want to get to.
That might be who we want to get to, though.
That's why I'm saying let's look in the areas, and if it is, I can come back and get you, and then we move in. And
Otto,
see.
You would hear a bunch of footsteps in this room to the south, and a low growl now as your group is passing by.
Do I think the footsteps are animal?
Give me. Do you have Arcana?
I do.
Oh
Give me an
god,
Arcana check.
that's never good.
It sounds like one of those hyena demon creatures you fought before.
Sounds to me like, yeah, he would describe whatever it was that he remembers about.
That sounds terrifying.
Alright, and just then, something slams into the door, knocking it open.
Oh, of course.
Of course, we're the two right next to it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, I had moved away, and then he was like, "Oh, you hear something on the other side of this door," so I moved my token back.
give me initiative rolls.
Oh, fine. Make sure my token is selected.
I remember I said this. I gave Val an advantage on his next roll of initiative.
I don't think
Oh,
you need
so
Yeah, not that you
No, I'm
probably
good.
need it, but yeah.
I mean, should I just go ahead and roll it again anyway?
If you want, just make sure you edit it to be the higher number afterwards.
I
Yeah.
have advantage, but I keep
22.
rolling shit. Why
I
am I...
think you forgot to select your token, Val, because it's not in the turn
Oh,
order.
shit. Oh, god damn it.
If you don't
Good
select the token, the initiative generally just doesn't count, so you can roll again.
Yeah. That is 100% my bad.
Yeah, just roll it advantaged again.
Otto's staring this thing in the face,
There
and
we
he
go.
has apparently no
It's
hurry
not
to
sending it?
go.
Alright,
You're stunned.
is everyone on the initiative order?
There it is. Now I'm on it. It just shows me at the very bottom.
Yes,
Okay.
it
Yeah.
just needs to be reordered for
I
Val.
got you. Yeah.
Alright,
Now it's good.
so
I gotta remember that. I'm sorry about that.
the first to act as the door flies open is going to be Val. So Val, what do you want to do? You see a large, angry-looking creature snarling at Otto.
Well, being that this is the... I've never seen this thing before. Okay, so I'm gonna actually fall back. If I can move my full 3 feet and move it back, I'll still be able to see him and take a shot, or will he'll be in the way of me taking a shot.
I mean, he'll have cover from your allies, but you can definitely take a shot as long as you have line of sight.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna fall back to get a little bit of space from us being grouped, and I'm gonna go ahead and take shots with my longbow.
Okay. So you step back, firing down the hallway at it.
Will not roll it.
I didn't see a roll yet.
Yeah, probably going to be like that.
They try just clicking on it straight off of in my inventory. There we go.
There it is. So 15 Unfortunately, with cover, that would not be enough. So Barrett. Luckily, yeah, your AC
Well, I can
is.
still do my second attack, right?
Yeah, but unfortunately, I think that hit Barrett because 15 would beat his 14 AC,
shit.
and he was giving it cover. So give me a damage roll for Barrett. Unfortunate.
God damn it, I'm not raging too. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
you're fine.
Okay. Yeah, I'll roll it.
So Barrett, you get shot in the back for 15, and you do get a second attack, right?
Yeah, but I'm just gonna hold off on that and wait and just kind of see how things move out because I don't want to hit another guy in the back.
Okay. Onyx, what do you want to do?
All right. I'll think I can squeeze my way through in 20, 25, 30.
Yeah.
I'm going to pat Otto on the head and cast Sanctuary on him.
That's probably a good move.
That's my bonus action. And then I pull out my sword. And I can't move any closer, so I will ready an attack when that thing moves up 5 feet.
Alright, could you add your bunny to the initiative right before you? So just roll for his initiative and change it to like 22.13. Are you
after?
giving...
Not the 2.12.
No, it would be... I believe the rules for him are he acts right after you, right?
He does. He acts on my initiative, but right after me.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
I'll just tell him to move up next to me.
Okay. So he goes hopping down the hallway next to you, ending his
Sorry,
turn.
I lost him behind my turn order there. There he goes.
Alright. So that's his turn. Anvir.
I will just take one little scoot up here. So
Snarl.
I
Alright,
mean,
move over there.
And he hasn't actually been hit by anything yet.
No, it looks like he's about to lunge at Otto, but you're just acting before he does. Or actually as he's doing it.
Yeah, Toll the Dead is still my better cantrip here. So yeah, I'll do Toll the Dead.
Okay. Dong.
I will need... My bloody shortcut's wrong. I have to roll it manually.
So that's a wisdom save.
And it'd be Wisdom 18.
Dong. Alright. Wisdom. Oh, he would make it. Wow. Good roll for him. Anything else?
Bonus action.
Aye.
Why not? Spiritual weapon.
Alright, so you chant pointing at him as a spiritual weapon appears, trying to smack into him.
Okay, that's one of the glitch spells. I'll have to redo that at some point. Does 18 hit?
Yeah, 18 will strike him as the spiritual weapon slams into him, doing 11 points of damage.
That'll be my turn. And then I'll bring the thing up.
He roars, jumping forward, and he is
so
going... that's gonna...
That will free my attack, or trigger my attack.
So go ahead and spend your reaction.
Yep.
16 will strike him. Arrgh, he growls. And he is slashed for 14. Ouch. He is gonna turn towards you now, no longer as interested in Otto, and he is gonna do a multi-attack, biting at you.
Hassan will give him disadvantage on the first one.
Alright, so Hassan disrupts him, spending his reaction. And but 25 becoming a
Doesn't matter.
24 probably doesn't matter.
Nope.
And you are bit for 23 piercing. He is going to send his tail over at Anvir. Because he remembers. Luckily, 12 is nowhere near enough, and you would just dodge to the side as the tail strikes the wall, making a little crack. You would notice that his tail is dripping with venom.
Oh yes, I remember.
Alright, you would hear a buzzing noise coming from over here
Oh no.
as something comes flying into the door, smashing it open.
These aren't very good prison doors.
Oh, it just looks like a wooden door. You don't think it was locked or anything.
I have a bad feeling about what's in that door.
And a big old demon fly looking thing comes flying out.
That's what I was expecting. As soon as you said buzzing.
What are they? Chasms or something like that?
Tasme.
Chasme.
It seems like there's a bunch of demons in this place.
Who would have thought?
You noticed that too.
It comes flying through, double moving down the hallway, and has to stop there because it had to double move. Barrett. Zzz, this thing with a big old face stinger comes flying towards you. You there, Barrett?
Yes, sorry, doing something. I will go into a rage.
Alright. So your magic thing triggers.
Where's token for rage? There. As... God. No. Hey!
Man, you and that 8. Oh, that's a 6.
That's a 6, and
So-
everyone within 10 feet gains +1 AC.
Alright, give yourself an aura just to remind everyone.
Yep, it's fine. How do I do that?
The gear when you click your token, and then if you scroll all the way down.
You could do your attacks first. You could do that after. I assume you're
Yeah,
going
there
for
we go.
the Chasme.
Yes. 2 tats, black rust. As
Ah.
much as that would be bad.
Alright, yeah, 29 will definitely strike on the first one. Doing 14 bludgeoning as you slam it with a big hammer. Zzz.
Actually, no. It would be 17. I forgot to add rage damage.
Okay, another 3. Second attack. Yep, 29 would strike again. Doing another 16 as you slam it a second time. Looks very upset at you. Anything else?
Nope. That's me.
Okay. Oh, I forgot. I need a con save from you.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so there's an odd droning noise coming from the creature. Luckily, you resist it and nothing happens.
Yay!
Otto, I need a saving throw from you as well.
Did you say con?
Yes. Uh, 13 would be enough, so you are also
Oh, wow.
unaffected by the drone.
Okay.
No.
I'm gonna step back.
Okay.
He doesn't react. Okay.
Oh,
He's still in range.
the Shusuva?
With it, I know that I'm in the range of his tail. I didn't know if he could still attack with his leg claws, or when I leave their range.
I guess he can, so yeah, he's gonna reaction and snap at you.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save. 12. I think that fails, right?
It's
It's my
Onyx's DC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 17.
Alright, so apparently he is not gonna snap at you.
Okay. I think that Well, I guess that was an Oppie, so he can't choose to attack someone else. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So
He
then,
he basically just didn't take the Oppie.
Yeah. I have a feeling we might get some company from the other direction any minute now, but I'll move over here. And the sanctuary is broken if I cast an offensive spell, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to use Emboldening Bond. I'm going to give it to Barrett, Onyx, and where's Val? I can't see Val
In the
anymore.
hallway.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm around the corner to
I'm gonna
where you
give it-
can't.
To Barrett, Onyx, and Onbeer.
Okay. Also, I think there's a 1 minute on that sanctuary.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and I'm concentrating on it. So I need to make a con check.
I don't think it's a concentration spell.
Sanctuary is not.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. It's not. Sorry.
No, it's
Yeah.
just a minute. Alright, so
Walking.
you use your holy abilities to give Emboldening Bond to several of your allies.
And that's, I don't have sections. Not really. Well,
Alright,
that's my turn.
so there is an intense rumbling,
Oh no.
and a portion of the floor over here gives way
Oh no.
as something slams into this door. Though luckily this door seems to be locked, and whatever's inside so far is not broken free. That is it for the round. So into the new round, Val, what are you gonna do?
I love how
I'm
we
gonna
also
actually.
just decide to go into a building while there's an earthquake going.
Yeah,
Well, we weren't expecting the
hindsight,
demons,
but.
Sorry,
I'm
what did you say?
I'm gonna do a hunter's mark on the chasm or the buzzing bug thing.
Okay, so
And,
you begin concentrating, marking him. All right.
Yes, and that is the thing with the guy, right? Or
Yeah, the guy holding his head.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so gonna do the. And with Barrett on next to him, do I get the advantage for the sneak attack or for the sneak attack? Not advantage.
You get sneak attack, but yeah, it wouldn't be
Yeah.
advantage if you hit.
Yeah, right. So okay. So
Is he in the range where he has to make the
did it
save?
not?
Oh,
Didn't that work?
right. I do need a con save from you because the creature is droning.
Oh, okay.
So I need a con save. Oh no!
Ooh, shit.
Anyone got anything for that?
Flash of Genius.
Okay.
How
Just
far away
enough.
is he from me?
Just
Yeah.
enough.
How much is that? Plus 5?
Yeah.
So yeah, 12 would be just enough. So you spend. Oh, you spent your reaction already, though, didn't you?
Oh shoot! I did.
Oh.
You're right.
Oh, wah wah. Did you
Oh,
not mark
no.
yourself? I was like, yeah, you reaction
I
attacked.
did. It's just tiny.
Just forgot.
I can't see all the markers on me.
Yeah, that's fine.
There it is.
So
Yeah,
unfortunately, yeah, at this point you would be swinging at this thing as it's lunging out at you. So Val, you would fall unconscious, unfortunately. And I
God.
think you have to be. Let's see.
I have to be woken up.
Yeah, at this point you'd have to be woken up. You have
So
to.
would I have not even been able to use my hunter's mark? Or is
Yeah,
that-
yeah. So you could just get your hunter's mark back,
Okay.
because you would have basically fallen unconscious as soon as the turn started from the droning.
Right.
Oh god, and we need holy water or damage to wake him up.
Let's see.
Hit me, baby.
Takes damage or splat. Yeah, holy water splash.
If only Romty was here, she would happily slap him for 1 HP.
Onyx. Now you got your reaction back. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. I obviously haven't. First, I'm going to make a Constitution save.
Okay.
Yeah.
15 will make it. So you are immune to the droning.
Yeah. So I see this Hazme thing, but I'm gonna attack the Shusuva first.
Okay. So you slash at him.
Yep. 2 times with the longsword.
Oh,
Nope.
no. 12's gonna miss on the first one. Remember,
I use an
you.
inspiration point.
Yeah. Remember, if you want to use your emboldening bond, you have to call it before you roll, because it's.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Okay. Second attack.
Yeah, I'll use an inspiration on this one. Oh my!
It's probably good you
Oh
did.
my.
15.
15?
Yeah, 15 would strike it.
Sweet.
Slashing him for 8 points.
Oh well. It's only fair that I rolled a 1 on the damage roll.
Yeah.
Man.
It's that droning. It's messing with you.
Definitely is. I'm gonna move here and then tell Hassan to move into the space where I just was and attack him.
Okay, so your turn ends. Hassan goes. He's going to hop over there and attack.
Now, I didn't know how much fire damage to add to this.
Oh, it's a d6.
Oh yeah, the upgrade.
It's a d6.
Yeah.
Nice.
So as he
Sarah?
does his usual blast, there's a bunch of fire that comes out with it.
This
a
Like a little mini flame
Little
ray.
blowtorch. Yep, 15 will strike. Doing 6, 7, 8 points of damage. Oh wait, he's a demon. I think
I was
they
gonna
have
say.
resistance.
Oh well.
Let's see. How does he feel about
It
fire
looks impressive,
damage? Yeah, so he's resistant, so he takes 7 points as he's blasted with some fire.
It's okay, buddy. You tried.
Yeah.
It looked pretty cool, right?
Hey, if we fight trolls again, that's going to be amazing.
Yeah. Alright, Anvir.
I will make a Constitution save.
Droning. Got
I'm
to
going
keep
to
on
add-
droning.
Emboldening bomb to that.
Okay, so it adds 4 to whatever you roll.
Is there a token for showing that we have immunity?
I mean, you just remember it's fine. There's too many
Okay.
markings.
I think Val's the only person not immune to it now.
Yeah, so you are immune. The Shusuva is now watching Onyx and the bunny. It seems to have been distracted. And the big fly thing is very angry at Val, I think. He just shot him a bunch. Oh no, Val fell asleep. Never mind, Barrett.
Another quick question. With Val's... Well, no, my Constitution saving throw was terrible, but I have the Clockwork Amulet. Would that apply to that?
You have to choose... Well...
To use it? No, I didn't know.
Before
it's
you
like-
you can
yeah.
forego a roll.
Okay.
I have to
gotcha.
recheck Clockwork Amulet, but I think you can. I don't remember if it's attack and saves or just attacks.
I thought
I'm pretty
I thought
sure
it was
it's
just
any
attack.
D20 roll.
no,
I
I
thought
don't.
it was just attacks.
But
Actually.
ability.
Well, I can look into it.
Look into it another time. Yeah, I'm sorry. That was just a quick side question. 'cause I
It's
just thought about
attack
that.
rolls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
a common item, so I was pretty sure it was just attack rolls. But go ahead. What are you doing, Anvir?
Well, the Shisuva is
30
annoying, but I
seconds.
think I hate this Chazame a lot more, so I'm going to spiritual weapon him.
Okay. Oh yeah, 25 will strike it. So
And
it
then-
is hit for 10, which will wound it actually. Zzz.
Toll the dead him as well.
Dong. All right.
Watch him roll that one. I mean, sorry, nat 20.
19 is probably gonna make it.
Yeah, just. Be glad he did. He would have taken 22 otherwise.
Yeah. So anything else?
That's my turn. I am half tempted to maybe move out of this Shisuva range. Yeah, I'll take a couple steps back to here.
That will give him an Oppie.
Didn't he take an Oppie? before?
No, he didn't, because Otto was protected.
Okay then.
What was
Um,
that? Crazy?
I'll take
Wait,
it.
he tried.
take
He
it?
tried. Would that not? Would not that?
No, he
Yeah,
never.
right.
He never would have even tried.
okay.
If he fails to save, he can't even attempt to attack you. He just
I
kind of
see,
sits
okay.
there. So he's gonna fling his tail over that way.
All right. Well, Hassan will give disadvantage.
Oh, just in time. All right, so Hassan like headbutts
Oh,
the
wow.
tail as it's coming at you. Dink, and knocks it out
You
of the
could
way.
not have said that at a better time. I just saw the green
Just-
as you finished.
Just out of curiosity.
Nice save. Oh
Uh,
God!
I'm
Oh,
so glad.
Okay.
That save.
That was
So-
like half my hit points right there.
Yeah. All right. So that is it for you, right?
Yeah, that'll be all.
All right. So it is angry at Hassan, so it's going to lunge at him, biting. 14,
No,
I
that
believe,
misses.
misses. Then it's going to. Let me see. I think it's just a. Yeah, tail stinger. Yeah, it'll try to. Wait, how smart is this thing? Yeah, it's not super. It's not animal dumb, but it'll try to tail stinger Onyx. Well, no, it'll go for Hassan with the tail stinger. 23.
That hits.
Alright, Hassan takes 13, but I believe he is immune to poison.
He is.
Yeah, because I was going to say this thing probably doesn't know constructs are immune to poison. So Hassan takes another 13 and does not have to worry about poison. The Chasme, continuing its drone, is going to lunge at Barrett with advantage. 21?
Yeah, that hits.
Alright, so you were hit by the Proboscis, suffering 8 piercing and 19 necrotic. And your hit points are reduced by 19, I believe.
Maximum hit points.
Yes.
Oof.
Oh God.
Yep.
That reckless may have been a costly maneuver.
That.
Alright, well, he only gets one attack, so that's it for him. Barrett.
Okay. Just let me. The first thing I would do is I will take the dagger and toss it or throw it towards Val, waking him up with damage.
Alright, hang on 1 second. So what's your total usually?
104.
So you can just, in your max HP, you just type -19, and it'll keep your total in there and adjust it without having to lose your total.
Okay.
Alright, so you're throwing a dagger at Val. He is prone, but he's unconscious, so you would have advantage, so I guess it would be a wash. I assume you're going to use Dex on this for damage.
Yeah.
Alright, so 29 or 7, yeah, 29 would definitely strike him.
Yeah.
Getting some
17
revenge for that
would
arrow
strike
in the back.
Sorry.
Go ahead and roll damage with Dex.
Rage wouldn't be there, and it would be 3, 4.
Alright, so you take 4 points of damage, Val, and you are awakened.
Hey.
And I will,
What the?
I will one-hand swing at this bee in front of me.
With your Warhammer?
Yeah.
Alright, 22 will strike it.
Yay!
Doing 10 points of damage. It buzzes around and gets ready to counterattack. Anything else?
No.
Alright, the door behind you continues to shake. Otto.
Alright. I don't like any of it. I'm gonna pull out the tentacle wand and try and see if I can entangle this guy. The Shishuva.
Okay. So a bunch of tentacles fly at the Shusuva as you use your action. 14 will strike it.
Oh.
I think there's only one number you can roll to miss.
Oh, really? Cool.
14 will strike. Although you rolled 2 2s and you still struck it twice.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting the 14 to hit.
Yeah, and the third one will strike it, so you do
Yay!
4 bludgeoning, plus 1, 5, plus 4 is 9, plus 4 is 13. Now I found out something interesting. That bludgeoning damage from this ability is not considered magical.
Oh.
So it is halved against things. Luckily, this isn't one of the things that is.
That's okay. I was looking
wait,
for
is this?
the three hits anyway.
Yeah. Just something interesting I found out from.
Yeah. The damage on this is really low, but I tend to hit more often than I do with Eldritch Blast, and I love the.
Oh, never mind. He is resistant to non-magic. So he takes 2, 3, 7, and
6.
8, 9, 10, 11. 11 damage.
When you say the bludgeoning, do you mean the tentacle rod or do you mean the genie's wrath?
The Genie's Wrath.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Tentacle Rod itself is magical.
That's what I thought, yeah.
You would think the idea of extra damage coming from your patron would be magical.
Because there's another.
Okay, I also think that the idea of bludgeoning damage coming from frail little Otto has got to be magical.
Was a con save now?
The tentacle rod, yeah. It's posted there. 18 DC.
Oh!
Are you kidding me?
Sorry.
Little punk.
Yeah, he just roars a bunch and just breaks right out. Anything else, Otto?
How high are the ceilings here?
This place is about 10 feet. This
I'm
basement
gonna use-
area.
I'm going to use elemental gift.
Elemental goo? Oh, gift. Okay. What's elemental goo? I don't remember that one.
Yeah, so I'm going to take flight and hover up there near the ceiling and
your sanctuary is broken, so you can take
Yes.
the timer off you.
Mhm.
All right, so new round is gonna be
yeah.
Val. So you're awake, you're prone, your bow is laying next to you. You kind of shake your head. I assume you're gonna stand up and pick up your bow.
I'm going to go ahead and stand up, pick up my bow, and then use my last 15 feet of movement just to back up a little bit further from that thing that dropped me and go ahead and take my shots at him.
Okay. Now, actually, you're gonna hate me, but technically you're not immune to the droning yet because you didn't make your saving throw.
Cool. So I gotta do that.
Well, hang on. Let me double check that. If are you immune once you're awakened?
No. No.
Or the effect ends for
Or
it.
the effect's under. Yep. So she
Okay,
is.
so you're good. Never mind.
So I don't even have to worry about it?
Yeah.
now?
You can just
Well,
take your shot. You're immune to this one's drone.
Cool. All right. Yeah. So I'm just gonna even move right now and take my shots at him.
All right. 30 will strike with the first shot.
All right. Oh, I'm hunter's marking him too on this.
Okay, so that's your bonus action.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
Hunter's mark.
spend the spell and go concentrating. So he is struck for 16 plus
And
4.
does Barrett being next to him give me the sneak attack on this one too?
Yeah, although so you get +3 for the bow and +4 for the dex?
Yeah, hold on, something's messed up.
It looks like
so I've got something's off here. So I got my dexterity is 4, and then I've got archery, which is +2. So 4.
Is
and
that
then
+2 to
I've
damage
fixed-
for archery or attack?
It is just to attack, not. So that's where it's wrong. That's what's wrong. It needs to have the 2 taken off from that.
Because it says you're getting +4, +3, and then plus another 3.
No, it should only be the 1, 3, 2. So something's wrong there. Something went in wrong. That's.
Okay, so it would be 13 damage plus another 4 is 17, and then you do get your
Yeah.
sneak attack.
Okay, and I'm gonna roll the sneak attack on that one. Sorry about that.
That's fine. I was gonna say 16 is kind of high.
Yeah, I was gonna say that even the first roll, I was like 30. That doesn't make. Okay.
All right, so he is near death but still alive. Bzzz.
All right. So that was my first shot. I'm gonna take a second shot at him again.
Okay. Pew. You spend a second arrow, firing again.
Ooh.
Natural 1. No, that is gonna miss, unfortunately.
Okay.
You're working out the kinks of this new bow. Anything else?
No. I'm gonna just go ahead and back up just a little bit further with my movement still, just to kind of still give myself some distance.
Yeah, your attack looks okay, because with archery, that makes sense, plus 13. It's just the damage needs to be adjusted.
Yeah, no, that was totally off. That was all. I just accidentally misunderstood something on that calculation.
Alright, Onyx, what are you going to do?
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack this guy again.
Okay. Yes, 18 will strike him. You go slashing for 11, and that would wound him.
Okay.
15 will strike with the second attack, doing another 13, further wounding him.
I'll have Hassan attack.
Okay, as your bonus action.
Yep.
So your turn ends. Hassan goes. He does a rend. 25 strikes him, doing 12 damage, which would put him near death. Arr.
All right. That's my turn.
All right, Anvir. Again,
I
you
will-
continue to hear smashing over here.
I dislike it greatly. I will whack again with spiritual weapon.
On the
Chasme.
Chasme. All right.
Yeah.
So it flies at the Chasme. Yeah, 27 strikes him, doing 6 points. Zzz.
And then I will toll the dead him.
Another Toll the Dead. Oh, he would make it.
He keeps getting those high saves.
Yeah, that's that advantage.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be my turn.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna walk back. Maybe. Actually, I kind of want to get into Barrett's aura now that I think about it. I'm not sure.
Get +1 AC.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna walk back into the aura, even if it puts me back in melee range with the Shisuba.
Okay. That's it for you. The Shusuva goes. Now, he's pretty focused on Onyx now, because he just hit him a lot. So he's going to lunge at you, biting.
All right. Hassan will give disadvantage on the first one.
17 becomes 11, so that would miss. And a tail stinger at you. Nope, 14 would miss, so you block again, keeping the creature at bay. The Chasme is going to fly up here and go for Onyx. Or, sorry, Anvir.
Shoot.
So, Proboscis did not like your little hammer you hit him with. Oh, but he completely misses.
My god.
Barrett. So the thing is flying above you.
Yeah, roll 20 crash. I'm trying to open my character sheet back up. How far in front, on top of me is it flying?
It is right above you. It just kind of flew over you and stung at Anvir.
So within range, got it.
Yeah, you can still hit it.
I am not gonna do Redbreast. And I take up that. And for the first strike, I would do Emboldening Bond.
Okay.
And do that.
So 27 will definitely hit as you smack him with the with your warhammer from above.
And I will move right here, head again. Oh! Yeah.
Nice.
Well, that's probably gonna take him out.
Oh,
Yeah,
but
the second
shit.
shot, or the second
Two nat
attack,
ones.
brings him down. Bzzz, as you were just drenched in a bunch of. Well, no, actually, he's a summon, so he just disappear. Or he's an out. What's it called? Outsider. So a bunch of essence falls down.
Yeah, no, that's me. Why did I roll 2 nat ones on my?
At least we don't have to
purple?
collect the essence. It's all in your hair.
Yeah. It's already done.
It's true. It's in your hair now. So there is another very loud rumbling.
Oh no.
As a bunch of the area is gonna give way.
Oh no.
Oh, what's happening?
The floor
Oh, no.
crumbles underneath you, and a big hole opens up. So I need some checks.
I think
I
Otto and Val are the only ones not in it.
Athletics checks from Barrett and Onvir.
I'm just watching people fall through the floor.
Does it have to be athletic?
Yeah, because it's climb based. Unless you have some kind of reaction to do something.
I'm gonna use a
Oh.
story point. If
I thought
that's
it was.
cool.
I
I'm
thought it
gonna
was-
use a what point?
I thought it was Dex to see if they can grab hold of something and like not fall in, like grab hold of.
I used
athletics
to-
climb up.
I used to do Dex, but I felt Athletics made more sense because you're trying to hold on, basically.
Okay.
It's
Is
more of a,
emboldening bond ability checks as well?
Yes,
Yeah, I think so.
it is. Yeah,
Okay,
I remember.
I'm gonna use. I'm also gonna use that on this as well.
I forgot to say it, but yeah, I rolled a 19 to save.
All right, so
13.
I'll give Flash of Genius to Onbeer.
all right, so
18.
Unfortunately, Onyx goes falling down into darkness as he tries to grab, but realizes he cannot.
How
Does
long?
Hassan make a check or does he fall too?
Hassan, I guess he could make a check. Go for it.
Is there any chance to catch on there?
Oh, I caught myself. I'm good.
Oh, who was the one that fell?
Onyx.
Onyx.
Any chance I can catch on it?
I don't think you can as a reaction.
Okay,
Actually, let me see if the Shusuva made it. Because he might
Oh,
tumble
He's
in
gonna
as well.
fall on Onyx's head.
then.
No, he hangs on. So anyone who made it is prone, hanging on to the edge. So he is as well. Barrett, so that's it for you. Otto, what are you gonna do?
Let's see. I just lost my server connection to Roll20, but I will try to Eldritch Blast the Shishuva to push him back from the hole so he doesn't fall on Onyx.
Alright.
Let me see. I'm not sure if I'm connected at the moment to Roll20.
A thought just occurred. They are technically prone. You'd have disadvantage, right?
Well, maybe. I'm
she,
flying.
well, I think
yeah.
she was, she's not in it. She wasn't caught and the ground didn't take
I
fall
think
out
he
from her.
means
Shusuva is prone.
ranged attacks on a prone target are disadvantaged.
Which,
Which, you would think that if I'm flying above him, I can shoot straight down and it would be easier, but in general, it's like
is Raven there? Or we
Yeah.
lose
I
him?
like
not-
that he did that roll.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Oh god.
So what are you doing? You blasted at him?
Okay, I just reconnected. All right, I'm back. All right, good. Yeah, so
So yeah, you would basically take a shot at him as he's holding on and gonna trying to push him out of the hole.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, push him back into the room a little bit. Or maybe just kill him, that'd be nice too. But push I don't want to kill him and then drop him on Onyx.
You definitely could kill him. He looks very wounded. Oh, did Hassan hold on? Yeah, it looks like he did.
You got an 18, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I missed the second, but
I didn't see your attack. Did you shoot?
yeah, the first one was a 22 and the second one was an 11.
Why did I not see it?
I think it might be my connection. It told me I reconnected.
Did anyone else see it?
No, I didn't see him either.
No.
At some point, it's going to come through. You guys know, it's always just a matter of waiting. But yeah,
I wonder if because you disconnected, maybe it didn't register it or something.
well, whenever this has happened to me before, it
Here, let me. Well, what did you say you rolled?
here, I'll put it in Discord chat. Oh, the first attack was a 22.
Okay. So the 22 would strike, doing
5,
7.
4, 4. Yeah, but the bludgeoning, I don't know.
Yeah, so that would be halved because it's not magical. So 7 points of damage. And the
And then he
second attack, push him that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know what way you went, but southeast, yeah.
Yeah, he pushed him back into the room. So the door
Yeah, now it
rumbles
says
more.
I'm not connected again. So.
And that was it for you, right, Otto?
Yeah.
All right, the door
I think.
rumbles more, and Val, it's your turn. What are you gonna do?
Okay. I'm gonna move up on the hole and make sure everybody's all right and see what's going on and what's down in the hole with everybody that just fell down. I don't know what kind of have to check or I have to do with that or how that'll apply action wise.
So you can't see Onyx. The hole goes deeper than your vision.
Okay.
Deeper than the 300 foot.
Yes.
Oh god.
There's just darkness down below. The
Oh,
Shusuva,
no.
yeah, the Shusuva is kind of over here. Everyone else is hanging on, but yeah, you don't know what happened to Onyx. You just saw him disappear into the hole.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go ahead and just take my shots at this thing and I'm gonna what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go with my bonus action using my fighting spirit.
Okay.
Give myself advantage on all this, and I'm gonna also do an action surge to, if I need to finish this guy out.
There's the Eldritch Blasts.
Oh yeah, I just got the Eldritch Blast.
I told you.
Hey.
Every
But
time
yeah.
I roll again, then it just duplicates.
And since the other thing is dead, can I go ahead and move my hunter's mark onto him?
Yeah, sure. So as a bonus action, you move your hunter's mark. Go ahead and give me the.
Yeah,
attacks.
then I won't even use my If I'm moving the hunter's mark, I won't have advantage on these ones.
Okay, so just normal. 20 will strike with the first shot.
Okay.
Oh wait, he is prone right now though, because I think that's gonna miss. So yeah, give me the second shot because he's prone.
Okay. Yeah.
He's
Seems
trying
like
to.
this new bow of yours doesn't have very good luck.
He's working out the kinks.
This is how my rules were last time.
Oh,
there we
there
go.
you go. There
Oh
you
yeah,
go.
Hey.
that shot
That
hit
one.
though. 27.
That one will do it. All right. Since he's prone, do I get the sneak attack on him, or no? No,
because he'd be
Yeah.
disadvantage. Yeah.
So yeah, no. All right. So just the hunter's mark added on top of that one.
Yeah. Though 16 would be enough to take him down.
Cool.
So he just
Thank
poofs
goodness.
into dust. So the
Alright.
battle is done. There's still a bunch of banging on the door, but luckily for now, the creature does not seem to be able to get out. Oh wait, we have people hanging on the side.
Yeah, I was gonna start using the rest of my movement to try and help somebody up and get to somebody so that they can grab onto me if they need to.
You can get to Barrett.
I can get to Barrett.
Yeah. So if you want, you can try to help Barrett out. Oh, I don't know. It's up to you.
I mean, who looks like they're struggling the most?
Probably Anvir.
Yells out that he's fine, don't worry.
I'm fine.
Anvir yelled at his friend. Okay,
21
I'm just gonna
sorry.
go over to Barrett. I'm gonna grab Barrett and then look down and just ask, did anybody see Onyx? Onyx and start helping him out, if anything.
21 strength, that'll be fine.
So yeah, no, you just see darkness from below. How are you getting out, Onvir?
Steps of night. I was actually going to fly and try and find Onyx by going down.
Yeah, I was waiting for my turn, but I will go with you, and I'm gonna bring Rumpty back as well.
Hassan can act on his own.
Yeah.
While I'm incapacitated, so he'll try to climb out.
Okay. It would be DC 10 to climb out. It's not a hard check. Well, it's medium. 5 is easy. So apparently he is struggling. But he didn't. Well, yeah, I'm gonna say with a natural 1, he probably fell. So he goes flying or falling as well. So what are you all doing?
I'm doing my steps of night, and I'm just gonna start flying straight down to try and find him.
Okay.
I will be ready to help them when they come up.
I'm gonna put Rumpty into the pocket dimension, dismiss her, and then bring her back to us.
All right. So everything is everything's rumbling. This door is being smashed into. The two of you fly down the hole, and you would find Onyx is at the bottom. He has died. Looks like he broke his neck from the fall.
Oh my fucking god!
He is full damn dead.
Yeah, it looks like he's died.
Oh shit!
Oh, well.
Yeah, he failed his death saves.
He's had 3 death saves in a round.
Yeah, he whispered them to me.
Oh god!
It would have, because it would have taken, if it's over a 300-foot drop, it would have taken us multiple rounds to get down there.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh my god! No!
Even dashing, it would have taken me 5 full rounds to get there.
And I rolled a natural 1 on one of the.
Oh my god!
I mean, was this thing straight down? There was not like an incline or anything that I could climb on to chase him down?
No, it was a straight fall.
Jesus Christ!
I'm gonna grab Onyx and fly him back up.
And
you notice that all of the stuff that was in the bag of holding is lying in a pool around Onyx.
No.
Wait, why is it?
Because you no longer have a bag of holding.
Oh, right. Because you, you would have lost your thing.
My invocations go away.
Infusion, yeah.
I will take Onyx up, and then I'm gonna go back down for the stuff that's like important for us.
Alright.
Val's just gonna stand and just fall to his knees over by Onyx's body, because his just having just all kind of shit going through his head right now.
Did Val climb down there, or did you bring Onyx back up?
Whenever Onyx comes back up and Onyx sees Onyx's dead body, he just kind of has a whole lot of shit in his head, and he just kind of like drops to his knees nearby Onyx. He just flash memorying stuff.
Alright, so I'll say, Anvir and Otto, the first thing you did was fly him back up?
Yeah, it sounds like it, yeah.
Okay. So...
will you be able to fly me down?
I do not think so. I have a -1 in strength.
No. That's a no then.
So yeah, there's a bunch of rumbling, and you said you're gonna go down to get the rest of the stuff, though. Does anyone else have a bag of holding?
No.
Okay.
He's never found one.
We won't be able to grab everything, but we'll grab, like, the party money, the essences.
Alright, so this might be a good place to end, because you guys have to figure out what you're grabbing. But give me...
Take a look at the inventory. You will notice that I moved most items out of the bag of holding into the ship.
Yeah.
So only what was still in the bag of holding column was in there. Except for the figurine and the chalice. Those are gone.
Is there a link to the party treasury in Roll20? Or do I have to...
Yeah, no, not in Roll20. It's
okay. I don't have Discord up on the same computer as Roll20, so never mind.
Oh, gotcha.
I was just gonna pull it up to take a look, but
There you go.
I'm on my phone with Discord right now. So
All right, so let
Post it
me
in Mode 20.
get
thank
MVP
you.
votes, and we can end here.
Oh god, we're gonna have to tell his wife and daughter.
That's what I was just thinking.
wait, what
like,
happens with Hassan?
Hassan dies immediately when I do.
So he just
my
fell
God.
down and broke.
He just falls.
Even if he hadn't fallen down, he still would have died as soon as I failed the last death save. So
Oh my
Look,
God.
there's a potential if we can find diamonds, I can bring him back.
it's so I didn't tell anybody else, but this is my last session
Oh,
with the Wednesday night game.
Yeah,
So,
he has to step out.
Sorry,
So was this
but
planned?
I've really enjoyed it. I mean, not planned for very long. I told
No,
Lou
I
a
meant
couple days ago.
Onyx dying.
I told him a couple of days ago
Man.
that I wanted Onyx to go out,
Ah,
and I joked
was-
about I joked about making a lot of movie type foreshadowing, like throughout the whole session.
Yeah,
I did a little bit of it,
Yeah, man.
not a whole lot, but
I'm gonna be the only person here from session 1 now.
I'm sorry. Yeah, hold on.
Eldon wasn't in session 1.
No,
Oh,
he
no.
didn't join session 2.
That's right. That's right.
Hold on. Sorry, I hadn't typed in. I was just listen to you talking about how this is your last session, man. What's it? Is Whisper DM or WDM?
Yeah, I could put that
slash
in.
GM. Slash
Slash
W
DM.
space GM.
Yeah, GM or DM.
I think either works.
yeah,
Okay.
DM works
I've done
fine.
both, yeah.
I prefer to think of myself as a GM, but
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, your screen handle is DM Raven.
Yeah, I know.
No, man.
Go ahead.
Oh,
I know. I'm just. That's crazy with Onyx dying. Sorry, that's your last session, man.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. I'll still be in the Monday night game, which I know only affects Miriam, but yeah.
You
That's
went
And
out
I-
with the style.
And I actually toyed with. I whispered this to Lou. I prepared Featherfall for this session.
Oh,
I was going to try to like have him cast it at the last second and then sneak away, stealing everything in the bag of holding. But I had to use my reaction to keep Anvir from falling. So
yeah, because you used
but he
Flash of
actually
Genius
died.
already.
Yeah.
You
Alright.
literally saved me instead of yourself.
Yeah,
I did.
This is
Oh,
a very movie
Aw.
moment as he fell. He's like, "No, Anvir." But Val, you are MVP. Congrats.
Thank you. Hey,
The music's very fitting at the moment.
Yeah, I don't get to
I
use
know
my
that
sad
was-
music much, but I have my
I think
sad
you-
music list.
Can
I
I
get
can I retcon something during the those days of downtime that we had?
Probably. What are you
Um,
retconning?
Could we take Nova's corpse out of Otto's ring and lay her to rest?
Oh, yeah.
Sure, we
that's
could have done
right.
that.
What's that?
Yeah, that's fine. You could have said you
Okay.
did that.
I
With
mean,
the
we could do some RP for it later if you guys want, but I just realized that I'm about to have a second corpse in my ring.
Yeah.
becoming like a
I'm down for
graveyard
doing a
in there.
role play for it later because of the sheer fact, like Onyx specifically dying would just because of Onyx's personality would seriously fuck with the battle a lot.
I think, yeah, like in character speaking, this is probably gonna fuck with. a lot
Especially
of
right
us.
after the heist.
Aw.
Not as
Yeah,
many as
and well,
Russian
no,
Val.
especially after the heist, and especially Val's just his own personal history that he doesn't talk about. Onyx's character himself reminds him a lot of something, and it fucks with him a lot seeing Onyx dead right now.
Oh.
So it's like because Onyx reminds him a lot of another character of his whole backstory. So it's like boom, he's like completely just shut down right now watching Onyx being dead right now.
Congratulations, Trey. You've traumatized us.
Yeah.
Also, did you use
Hey,
your
you
emboldening
know what,
bonds
yo?
on your death?
Yo.
No, I didn't. I didn't.
Roll
So
it.
specifically
Let's see
you.
what it was. Let's see what it would be. Come on. Let's go.
I don't think it would have mattered. He rolled like a natural 1, a 3. Well, he rolled like
Yeah,
a
I
10,
rolled-
then like a 3, then like a natural 1. So it wouldn't have really
Yeah.
helped.
Yeah.
It was.
Damn.
I'm telling you, the natural 1 on death saves is like top killer.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
God,
the,
yeah.
that's the only
That's-
I've seen 3
I gotta pull
PCs
this
die
out.
in my
It's gonna be on
games,
Discord.
and all 3 of them were, I think at least 2 of them were nat ones on death saves. I can't remember if Uslag was or not.
I've only seen 2 PC like as they were playing deaths. One was Nova.
Actually, Lou, does the Luckstone even apply to a death save? Because if not,
or go ahead.
I was gonna say, because if not, I died in 2 rolls because it would have been a 9 and a natural 1.
I think it does. I think it's I mean, I have to look up the Luckstone, but
It's
I
fine.
mean,
It just
I
says
guess it.
ability checks and saving throws.
yeah,
Okay.
death save is a saving throw.
Got it.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why the ring of protection and stuff also adds to it. It's what makes them really good.
Yeah.
Well, this was unbelievably tragic.
I was thinking I should
Sorry.
make like an area of the Discord for fallen heroes and let people who've had character deaths write like little obituaries in there,
Eulogies.
Mm.
Yeah.
eulogies or.
That'd be great.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, we did that.
So there's been a
in
few
the-
now.
We did that in the RP channel in one group a while back, but
I will
we've
write so
even
much
had
about
wills.
Nova.
We've even had our character wills in the RP channel in a couple of my groups.
Yeah, I might do that. That sounds like fun. Because we do have a Heroes of Gaian. We might as well have like a Fallen Heroes of Gaian. Because there's been a couple of deaths now, and it'd be cool to have like a little graveyard.
Realize this person level this level.
Alright, but yeah, good game, everyone. This is a tragic end for Onyx. Well, not really that tragic. He just fell in a hole, but it was sad.
It's so fucking tragic.
Look,
I
it's
guess
tragic when
we should
you really
name the,
consider the fact that he
It was-
saved Onyx as like his last act.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's true. Yeah, there was some tragedy there. So he's like he chose his ally over himself, which was surprising for him. But I guess it does make sense.
It's character growth.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I say we name the ship the Hassan too.
Aw.
Yes. I agree.
That's very
100%.
fitting.
That or we call it the Black Rabbit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
Onyx
that'd be
and
cool.
Hassan, because then we have Onyx, which is black, and then Hassan, which is a rabbit, the Black Rabbit.
Is Onyx black?
Yeah.
Onyx,
I mean-
Onyx
Onyx-
crystals are
no,
black.
The name, yeah.
Right. Oh, I see what you mean. Gotcha. The name. Okay. No, and
Yeah,
I
Onyx
didn't
crystal.
mean like
That'd
race
be
or skin
cool.
tone when I said that. I just like wait, is that a color that Onyx like wore a lot of or something? And I didn't remember that.
Yeah.
I got you now. I got you. The name. That.
All right.
Which,
Well,
by the way, is not even his real name. So
Oh, I think
Makes
I think
sense.
we got. I think
Oh, I'm gonna pickpocket
we had that
Onyx
hint
here
sometime
shortly
in the
too.
past. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
is there anything of note that would be found on Onyx?
I think we actually did know your name wasn't Onyx, because I think we went to your house once and your wife called you your proper name.
no, she thinks that my name is Onyx.
Oh, Jesus. That's even worse.
Even my wife doesn't know my real.
Come on, man.
And you're leaving without telling us all this stuff?
maybe it's on a note on his person somewhere.
You find a healer's kit with 3 uses left: thieves' tools, a backpack, water skin, tinderbox, a whiskey flask, goggles, a water skin that's also full of whiskey, gloves, breastplate, crossbow bolts, a pearl worth 100 gold pieces, a shield, the rabbit's foot luckstone, and the longsword, and a scroll of Thornweb, which you gave me last session.
Oh, we're gonna- I'll have to
Everything
give
that
the
Otto.
longsword to,
Everything that. Yeah. Everything Otto can lift for even a moment, we could put in the vessel.
Yeah, we'll figure out how much stuff we can get out and all that kind of stuff, because I can fly for up to a minute 4 times.
Yeah. Well, and I was wondering if he had anything of note, like on his persons, like a note or a letter or anything that was specifically related to his family or anything.
Maybe it would make sense. I mean, usually adventurers have wills written up.
Yeah,
like
I
a
can
letter
write
to your
something
wife?
up. I can write something up. Originally I was doing the journal in the form of letters to my wife, with like it would be a letter for my wife and then like a little letter for my daughter.
Oh.
So yeah, it would make sense for him to have been writing letters that he was planning to send to them or somehow get to them at some point.
That's what caused everyone to write will.
I hate to be the first one to leave during this, but I'm gonna check out, guys.
I got to go too. Yeah, I got to get up for work in the morning. So,
Well, it was
but I
great.
enjoyed it, everybody. I will miss you.
I've enjoyed this last year longer, I think, now, man.
Yeah, if my schedule changes, I'll try to come back. But yep, I had fun.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
hey,
it
it
was
was
absolute
good playing with you, man. I hate to see you go as I just got in, man. It was good playing with you.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll catch you guys.
bye, everybody.
Bye.
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 What? Going back to Nova, since we buried her, would the
Oh, and I did have another person who was interested in playing as well. So I was going to add them and let them say hello. I just wanted to wait till after the surprise.
would
Totally
y'all
understand.
give Nova's necklace the carry out of Greenforger to Barrett?
Can you say that again?
Since you buried Nova, would you bury the necklace with Nova or take it off?
I think we need to do a roleplay session where we like it'll be retconned that we did it during all that downtime, but like I think let's have the whole group here and like because I don't think that Otto would take anything off your corpse. Not really so much for scruples or anything, just he's not really all that interested in baubles and treasures and stuff. But I think as a party, we probably would maybe redistribute it because I think that Nova indicated that she would have she seemed pretty selfless. So I don't know. I'm not sure. We'd have to talk as a party about what we remember and what we think she would want and stuff, I think.
Selfless. More like dumb-witted. This coming from the person who made her.
Right. Well, she was definitely single-minded. she could only focus on one thing. She's very focused on it when she was focused on it. But yeah, I assume that we would, consider keeping that like as a token in memory of her and to aid the party that she died for and fought with, So, but I don't know. Sometimes, I don't know. Sometimes there's rules about how much of a fallen ally's inventory we are allowed to get. So I figure we have to do that in session with Lou and everybody.
Oh, yeah. Well, and so I have a question. With him being gone, the bag of holding, was that because of him being an artificer? So that's completely gone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so the closest thing we have is Otto's vessel.
Oh my god, excuse me.
Or Barrett's strength.
Yeah. We have Barrett. And Hassan was Hassan could carry a decent amount too. So now it's like Barrett's our only carrier.
Pretty much. That's gonna be fun.
Well, and so actually, since Raven, you're here, I have a question for you because I would be good if I can do this because I'm not sure how this whole works. But if Val ended up taking down the road thief, like I was messaging you about that earlier, what is the use an object action? I don't. That's something I was asking more about because that's something I don't understand how that actually plays out.
Isn't that with magical items or something?
No, so they at level 13 is whenever they become able to use magic items regardless of if they require attunement or special attunement or something like special requirements. They can use it. But they have as their thing in Fast Hands is that it's they can use their bonus action to do sleight of hand checks to steal something as a secondary basically having like a backup steal a chance to steal something, or the use an object action. That's it's like a separate thing. I think the way it reads out, I'm not entirely sure, but I don't know if that applies to like things like so like the ball bearings, I just as an object use it to throw it out as a bonus action, or like the climbing kit, about bonus action, anchor myself in really quick to jump off and try to dive and catch somebody. Like, is that something that's how that works, or do you know more about that? Because I've been trying to find information on it, and I don't really find much good information online when I've tried to look it up. It seems like a lot of shit's homebrewed.
I guess I could look in my compendium. Was it called Use Object?
Yeah, so if you look in the whole thing for Fast Hands, it says it's or the use an object action, and it's not like using an attack action. I figured like you can't use like a sword or like use an object like a sword. You can't just use it to take an attack action because it's taking an attack action. But like objects that you just have to use an action to use it.
Oh, well, use object, that's an item interaction. So that's like opening a door, drawing your sword. So right. I guess if you wanted to do multiple...
Would that count as like being able to use just a regular plain old action on a bonus action to be able to do stuff like that? Like other than just like drawing a sword, but like to use different items in different ways. Like so, like with like the example, the Ring of Obscuring that I have to use an action to still use it. But with Fast Hands, would that mean because it's an object that I can use an action to use it, can I just, as a bonus action, use that object? You kind of,
yeah.
I don't know.
It would depend on what you're trying to use, but let me see. You normally interact with an object while doing something else, such as when you draw a sword as part of an attack. When an object requires your action for its use, you can take the use an object action. This action is also useful when you want to interact with more than one object on your turn. So yeah, like you could draw a sword and open the door, and the second item interaction, I think, would just be a bonus action instead of an item interaction, right?
Right, yeah. Yeah, like in a combat situation, I wanted to take 2 shots with my bow, and then there was somebody up on me. I wanted to cloud cover myself using the Ring of Obscuring real quick as a bonus action. Would that be allowed, or would that be crossing the line of that communication on how that would play out?
Ring of Obscuring. Let me see. What does this do again?
It is you use an action to whisper the command word into the ring to create a fog cloud on your location in a 20-foot sphere, which creates blindness or whatever. But it is how the spell effect works. But you have to whisper the command into it in order to use it. But it costs an action. But because its action is using the object, in order to use it by just whispering it, can I just, as a bonus action, if I took Thief, be like, okay, take my shots and then use it as a bonus action?
This description makes no sense.
I know, that's what I'm trying to understand. It doesn't, right? Like, I thought it was just me, because I was, like, trying to make sense of it, because in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, if I can do this, I can basically turn Val into Batman and, like, take a vial of acid and pour it out on something while I'm doing other things, and, like, still use utility items that are just, like, regular utility stuff. Like, you can add, like, poison onto your arrows right before making your attack as a bonus action, or you can light your arrows on fire
So-
right before attacking as a bonus action. Or, I don't know how that would apply if it was that way, or if it's the wording not even leading into that way at all, because it's very confusing and it's general. Like, it could be just very simplified opening a door, you know.
I'd have to look into it. I'm too brain dead right now to even think about this. So let me get back to you.
I know, and I know it's an inquiry, and I'm sorry, I know I always have questions. It's just something that I've thought about if there's an option of going in his direction down the road. Not worried about it anytime soon. It's just curiosity on how you would play that and how you read it, and just wanted to have the conversation. I'm sorry. Get some rest.
I mean, no, it's fine. Just after games, I'm not always all there because my brain is kind of melted a little. So yeah, let me think about it and get back to you.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I gotta call tonight too. So y'all have a good one.
All right.
Have a good
Yeah.
night.
Have a good night.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay.
Well, with Onward gone, we're gonna need a new.
Onyx.
What do you?